Intercontinental Combat. This pro competition is in full swing, where the best still get to remain the best. The way that Pro Comp has gone so far, it has actually been a rather mixed bag of results. There's definitely been some surprise players, I think. And again, it kind of stems from being able to see them grow throughout the course of a year. I think one of them definitely is Val, a real Sindel master, the specialist.
Another Russian player is currently rocking. He's playing out of his mind. He's improving a lot.
It's like everything he's doing is so difficult. To get a turn back guaranteed, and another hit misses the end, but who cares? Look at the life difference. Ow!
Swazi, he's been in the grand finals twice already. He's really strong, really impressive to see how good he's gotten really fast.
He's a player from New Zealand. He's a young kid, but he's also super good. I mean, I played him like maybe 6 months ago, and I feel like we were equal, but since then he's just really leveled up.
8 seconds on the clock. Swazi's in huge trouble. I don't think he's gonna get it at this point. Swazi just backdashes, and why not? The Hail Mary fatal blow doesn't matter.
Being a little bit of a biased UK fan is Raichu TQ, formerly known as Josh TQ, going away from being exclusively an Aron Black player. He has got into this realm of playing, Scarlet, Sindel.
My brother's just amazing at the game. It's something that you can only dream of, in terms of competing. Like my brother alongside me winning tournaments first and second.
Now in MK11, we really discovered a new talent, players like Wasim, him and Faisal Combat.
The community has always been so insanely community tournament and exhibition focused.
It's just taught them how to, deal with competitive environments. With EU, there's a lot of names that you've never seen before, and they just bang 3-0, upset, you're out of the tournament.
This region, there are a lot of amazing players that put up a very good competition to top level players.
Sometimes we do team battles between our region and other regions. We really win every time. If I take all these players and take them with me to offline tournaments, I'm sure they will all do well.
We've been locked down in OC for a bit, so we're only playing OC players.
I feel like it's a strong region, but it's just way smaller.
They've always put their passion into the game. The scene's putting in the work and they're catching up.
Here we are, they opened the customs.
The level of play that we're seeing in the game right now with customs has really evolved pretty quickly as well.
I think every character has benefited from being able to kind of take whatever move they want.
Because the variation system meant that characters had weaknesses.
Use a couple of key abilities together, really improve them.
It's a good time to try new characters, to try new variations.
And I think customs just makes it so that characters don't have weaknesses.
Tournaments are the best place to be in the world, as far as I'm concerned. But we can't right now.
We still don't give up. We practice online.
It's been a really good experience just, having fun playing online with the stream as well.
You've been able to compete every single week, and we've been able to watch so many players grow and thrive under those conditions.
My dad was actually the one that got me into the competitive scene. He said that this is only the beginning of your journey.
Yeah, here we are. We're growing together and trying to do our best.
It's been a really positive thing for me and has really given me something to look forward to and work for.
Fingers crossed that I can give you guys a lot more hype and content and, be the people's champ for a little bit longer.
Let's keep killing it. Eventually offline's going to come back, so you guys know I'm going to be mopping you all offline.
Now, a lot of those players that we can see in those standings are present in today's EU West bracket. So welcome, everyone. Hopefully you grabbed a snack or lunch or dinner, in my case, definitely. This is the latest week of our Intercontinental Combat EU West. And now, Darth Armor, we're going to be jumping into a fresh new bracket, mate.
Oh yeah, whole new competition here, but again, just as strong, if not probably stronger. I mean, this region has so many, staple names, whether it's, Dizzy, Foxy Grandpa, or, those Brothers of Destruction there, newer to this scene, but still just one of the best duos I've ever seen, really just take it to an entire scene in terms of online competition. I mean, I feel like no one can match them. They're just so, so good. Of course, I'm talking about video games, and Raichu, who's formerly known as Josh TQ. And it's just, it's so impressive to see these, I guess, usually underrepresented scenes having so much more to fight for, a big spotlight to shine in terms of this stream, and in terms of, just the one of the main focuses of the competition this time around. So it's really, really great to see it, and you love to see it. You love to see it. I also love the way that that Waz ended that little intro video there for us at the end, that he says offline is coming back and I'm gonna mop you. Let's give a shout out to PlayStation PS4 tournaments, which is what this is here today. Mortal Kombat 11 Pro Competition is presented by PS4 tournaments, so you guys can find out more by checking out the Open Series. PS4 tournaments are a weekly competition of all skill levels, so whoever you are, no matter how good or how bad you are at this game, it's going to be a lot of fun to compete. So definitely sign up to get some of those unique rewards. You guys can visit the PlayStation 4 Competition Center, not just to sign up, but also to see some content. You get an inside look at how top players play, and you get some tips and tricks for players of all skill levels. Guys, so easy. Go to compete.playstation.com, the website you saw right there. Sign in with your PSN ID, and that's that. Get on there, whether it's Mortal Kombat 11, other fighting games, or other genres. Really, really fun competing no matter what you're doing. I mean, you're going to be playing the game anyway, so might as well have some fun doing it. So let's check out the bracket, what we're going to be seeing here today, this top 8. Ketchup, which ones are you most excited to see in terms of facing off here?
I'm actually really curious to see Uvility versus Zoka. I know that's our first matchup, but Zoka, one of the strongest cabals I think that we have right now in, I think, the world personally. Like he has a thoroughly impressive showing all the time. Uvility, a real up and comer from the UK. Law Corridor versus Dizzy TT. That one, I mean, you kind of have to be excited for that one. And then it's Javier. MK Javier versus Mirko, the Scorpion Mirror perhaps happening again, and then Asadamasa versus VLJV. But yeah, let's talk about this first matchup, right? Uvility and Zoka. It's probably going to be Jackie versus Cabal.
Law Corridor
okay. Never mind.
We have been
told by production we're swapping it around.
Yeah, a little popping around. I mean, sometimes, things have to just kind of work themselves out, but we're going to be going to that second match first. But either way, still a really good match to be, excited for. I mean, Dizzy TT, we know a lot about that player. I know you know a lot about that player, but we were able to experience Dizzy TT in the first year of Mortal Kombat 11 during the offline era. And, he really did it. I mean, not only are you traveling to a lot of the events in a completely different part of the world, you're fighting jet lag, you're fighting everybody screaming against you. I totally get it. I totally sympathize, but that's why his accomplishments make it so much more impressive. The fact that he can do it with, the extra little bit of pressure on, with those extra little obstacles, not only, in the game, you're fighting in the most stacked region in the world, but you're also, fighting financial obstacles, traveling far from, traveling from the EU to North America is not cheap. It definitely is not cheap. And it's very tough sometimes. Sometimes you have to sit certain events out, but Dizzy TT made the most out of every single event that he made it out to, and definitely seen as one of the top Mortal Kombat 11 players out there right now.
Yeah, I mean, one of the only people that can say that they made it to Final Combat. That was
exactly
crazy to think that it's already been a year ago now.
Oh, yeah.
Which is, I think a lot of us are in that situation where it's like, wait, it's been a year already? How and when and what happened? But now, as we now go into this next matchup, Law Corridor, a player that brings forward so much confidence, a unreasonable amount of confidence. I mean, this guy, he is so prepared for anything, and it's been almost entirely these days the Joker. But the thing is, Dizzy has been playing Joker as well. Now, Law Corridor, definitely, I think he's going to have more expertise on this character, has played the character for longer, and we've certainly seen more of Law Corridor with the Joker than Dizzy. But Dizzy TT just has those fundamentals. It doesn't really have the customization, though. I mean, I see that default variation name and the generic kind of vanilla suit. Ugh. But it's not a complete mirror.
Hey,
we're having Jumping Jester and then the low gunshot. So, bit of a difference here.
Yeah, a little bit of a difference here, and where we're going to be seeing it, Dizzy TT backing off, so taking a more passive approach here. trying to make connection here with that forward 2, that really far-reaching move from the Joker. But in this scenario, you know, Law Corridor having that, never mind.
That definitely KB to forward 2, dude. That's exactly what happened there. God damn.
Little preemptive down 2 there from Dizzy TT. All about those ranges. You know, once you know you're in a range, it can be kind of predictable what button you're going for. Nice shot. Here comes the Jack in the Box, amplifying it, and you know, following it, just a really good pressure tool. Oh, did you see that walk back? Just forcing that to whiff, and Dizzy DT looking incredible here. Oh, never mind, getting punished thanks to that forward roll out of the corner. This is gonna be a lot of damage. Is he gonna opt to go for Fatal Blow? No, down 2, get off of me. Huge whiff over to the other side, but Dizzy TT keeping it nice and safe, or as safe as possible here. Didn't go for any tricky throw or anything like that, but just kind of kept it going. Love the mirror match here. Both players doing the exact same thing at round start.
And you will see it very much all the time. That down 4, so good for just creating that situation. Oh, the rawest of jump-ins. Dizzy TT gets one. Now there's no chance to break out. The double, the 30%. Lovely neutral duck though as he punishes immediately. And a good chunky bit of damage. Oh no, the tick that gets you punished. Oh, the drop.
A lot of recovery there on that grab. Okay, trying to challenge something there, holding on a Fatal Blow, and unfortunately for Law Corridor, that is very, very punishable. Dizzy TT with that long range of the Joker, probably his best asset, those normal moves. You know, so quick, recover pretty fast, and you know, they just have everything. They have the range, and it's really tough to contest Joker in a lot of situations, and you know, it just hurts a little bit more that you're, you know, that this is a mirror match, and you know, not to you know, downplay Dizzy. Dizzy TT is an incredible player and definitely capable of picking up any character. You know, we've seen it throughout, you know, the whole season.
Has to be said though, not the same level of, I think, clean play from Law Corridor that we're used to. I do know that he is a bit more of an emotional player sometimes. I think he can be prone to getting a little bit tilted sometimes. I think mirror matches definitely don't help that kind of situation, but hopefully he can get his head in the game. I know he's a confident player, and he has been able to do incredibly well in pro competition and open series. He's been, you know, one of the kind of the rising stars, I think, of this part of the world, genuinely, in the competitive space.
Yeah, I mean,
but Dizzy, I know he's fought Dizzy in tournament before and has not been happy about losing, for lack of a better term. With respect.
Nobody's happy about losing. Yeah. Oh no, definitely respect. See how they can mix it up here a little bit. Law Corridor kind of stuck on defense here, but now finding his groove, finding the offensive measures here. Forward throw, pushing him a little bit closer to the corner, but you are really, really far away. I mean, mirror matches in general are very uncomfortable, and I feel like for the most part, nobody likes doing that. But you know, Dizzy TT definitely willing to do it here. I mean, playing this character, feeling confident. But right now, Law Corridor in control here. Jack in the Box coming at you. Dizzy TT with a regular empty jump. Had he committed to a button, that would have definitely been a punish. Speaking of punishes here, huge whiff punish. Going to be cashing in big time. Forcing Dizzy TT to come off that breakaway. Still losing a lot of health. Dizzy TT finds his way here. Down 2 conversion, but doesn't get the follow-up here. And that didn't necessarily directly cost him the round there, but he was leaving damage on the table.
I feel like as well, a little bit of execution not 100% there. I think Dizzy didn't want that raw kapow either. I think he backdashed into doing forward 2 and obviously, you know, gave him back forward 2, which became kapow, but the low gunshot still coming through here. Law Corridor. I can see people in chat were asking about the kind of how to tell who's who. I think some people thought Law Corridor won the first game. Law Corridor always has customization. Dizzy notoriously tends to not, especially with characters like Joker. He just doesn't care. He just goes into matches and that's basically it. Law Corridor though, man's got variation names, he's got look, and variations sport the different look, you know. I've been watching him enough in open series to know that.
That's a default Joker here on the left is Dizzy TT.
Yes. Now, as we go into the rest of this round, Law Corridor, he's been able to stabilize, creating a bit more of a defensive game right as he gets clipped by that forward 2 though. And Dizzy, oh dear, no confirm. A flawless block there from Law Corridor. Sits there and holds it so far. Establishes, that's a confirm. Lovely stuff. That devastating mix-up. Oh, and he gets the perfect call out. Fantastic stuff there for Lord Corridor. But wait a minute, the forward one. That's it. No way you can challenge, and that will be a game apiece. A chance there for Dizzy TT. Just didn't quite get his cancel fast enough. The cancel was fine, but the button afterwards was not fast enough to connect.
Yeah, I wonder if he almost didn't expect it to hit, and maybe he was trying to, you know, apply some kind of pressure afterwards. Definitely caught him by surprise, and you know, as you can see, didn't work out. Law Corridor kept it nice and simple, especially there at the end. No need to go for any kind of crazy risk, although, you know, you were playing with some real dangerous fire here. Your life is so low. Crushing blow is, you know, crushing blow or fatal blow is going to be a determinant between, you know, you having life and you losing all your life. It is just always really scary to play under that pressure, you know.
And as we go into this next matchup, Dizzy, he was off with a pretty flying start, to be honest, but Lord Corridor thankfully able to keep it together. Another hard call out on that neutral duck, this time going to pay off again. Massive damage. The empty jump. Oh, he's being cute. He was looking for something there. Empty jump down too. Lord Corridor, he does that a lot, you know. He really does.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because a lot of people, you know, you want to punish empty jump, hoping that they're going to press a button, commit to a button, but a lot of people don't, so maybe he thought, like, he's going to try to throw me because he can't punish me because I'm not committing to a button, so he's just kind of thinking one step ahead of that, maybe an easy down 2 crushing blow. Big jump-in challenge here from Dizzy TT. It does connect here, trying to do as much damage as possible. Woo! So many different strings here, 34%, and he's got some really, really good corner carry. Oh, thankfully, for Dizzy TT, that was a trait and not something heavily in Law Corridor's favor. Down to fire. He didn't finish it. He didn't finish it. And a challenge from Law Corridor stops Dizzy TT's fatal blow dash cancel pressure there. You know, he's just kind of challenging a down 1 in the right spot, in the right moment, depending on, you know, what string you're canceling from. That does alter the timing just a little bit, so you really got to pay attention. But, you know, he knows the character, clearly. These guys are playing the same character, very similar variation, and pretty much the same strategy here.
I mean, yeah, asking you shall receive with that one. The full screen game and the chip. Ow! 2-1. Let's go. And the knockdown. A nice man-sized height of the projectile means it's hard to jump in on, but the jump-in's good for Lord Corridor. That should be another clean B&B. Down 2. Oh, he lets it rock.
Yeah, not sure what he was looking for here. Maybe he realized that, you know, he missed the combo window, so he said, I'm not going to overcommit and press a button that might recover too late or, you know, for too long. Big jump in, deep jumping kick here from Dizzy TT. Trying to block, trying to get around these obstacles. Yeah, that down 2 just occupies way too much space. And you can really see Law Corridor utilizing that perfectly. I mean, at that max range, a very, very tough thing to punish, if you can even punish it at all, depending on, you know, what character you're using. But at that max range, just kind of pushes you back. You know, very few things that are going to go around it. Of course, it does hit as a high, but, you know, at that range, you're not looking to, you know, neutral duck a lot of things from the Joker. He's got really good mids, whether that's on the first hitting string or the second part of the string. He does a great job of occupying the mid space at that range. And I guess Dizzy TT has had enough with the mirror and looking to play some Jackie. Let's see what kind of loadout he's got for us.
Yeah, I mean, Jackie, I think it's the one. Air blast, bounce, and grenade. Yeah, exactly. That's the Jackie variation that we're familiar with, but he's played Jackie for a very long time. And if you play Jackie in Ultimate, you're probably going to play this variation. It makes sense. It's the best variation that she's got on an already top-tier character, right? So Dizzy's going to go with the tools available. And now, see if this rushdown is going to help him. Lord Corridor is very good at fighting Jackie, I recall. So I think he's actually going into this with a bit of an advantage, in my opinion. I think he could totally take this 3-1.
Well, let's see what Dizzy can bring to the table that possibly these other Jackies are not. Maybe Law Corridor unfamiliar with a few strategies here, but right now in complete control here. He's kind of locked down Jackie here in the corner. No, interactable to kind of escape out of here, but is able to jump over the other side. So many overheads coming out, and that last little one able to open up Law Corridor. And again, just kind of letting him jump out of there because he's not really able to predict exactly when he's going to be going for it, or get that spacing down for the anti-air button, roll, and that's going to be a trade definitely in Law Corridor's favor. That could have been really, really bad had that connected cleanly. Dizzy TT looking to just chip out damage over time here. The goop all over the place, and Dizzy TT trying to get this momentum back on his side.
Ooh! Doesn't spend the KB though, not this early on. It's going to become much more important to use a little bit later. Big neutral jump.
Up. Yeah, holding up. Really, really good strategy in this game. I mean, coming down, you're getting a full combo, no problem. And again, anti-airs aren't the easiest thing to do. They do exist, but they're not just fully invincible, one-size-fit-all anti-airs in this game. You really got to think about where to place things. Hold on a second. This is insane challenging here with the mid. Dizzy TT looking incredible here. A whiff of that dash punch does get him into a bad situation here. Law Corridor trying to take full advantage here. Not quite enough to kill, but very, very... Oh, God, that was easily enough to kill.
Spends it both, Darth Armor, just to squeeze out every inch of possible damage, and he puts himself on match point because of it. And to be honest, the combo... and yeah, that was so sick. But the combo took so long, he built the other bar, which he just used there on the Kapow anti. Dizzy, not expecting that. 18%. But Law Corridor looking like he's in top form right now. Oh. There's that double down too, just to try and stop it.
Yeah, trying to, maximize that damage as much as possible in case he does go for the, break away to pop out of the combo, pop out of the juggle. Good block of the overhead. Dizzy TT reacting to it accordingly here, applying some pressure. Here it comes, and Law Corridor just holding on the block for dear life, and that was a missed opportunity there. That down two did whiff. It is very fast and recovers pretty quickly, but no way that wasn't an opportunity there for Law Corridor. There he is, the challenge, the stand 1-2. Yeah, beautiful little fatal blow here, just stabbing her everywhere you don't want to be stabbed. And this is definitely the bloodiest fatal blow here. You can really see it as it just overtakes the camera. Oh, oh man, why is this necessary? Why?
Oh, it's what Law Corridor does. So I was thoroughly expecting it. Law Corridor does it after every set. Once upon a time, if he feels like it, he'll do it after every game. And sometimes he mercies every game, but I don't think he will today. But he gets that win over Dizzy TT, which is a great situation for him now. Winners finals, that Joker coming forward. And I think I've always really liked the way he's been approaching Kapow, because when Ultimate first happened, he wasn't really using it. He was using, I think his original variation was Leap, Low Shot, and Jumping Jester. But he's very kind of piece by piece started to go towards Kapow just because of the damage that it brings. And it kind of just lets you brawl, right? No matter what the character. And he's really good at playing that matchup anyway. As we could clearly see, even down to that anti-air Kapow from like max leap range. It was great stuff. And he'll be moving on.
Yeah.
Well deserved, I think.
Definitely well deserved. I mean, especially if you look at that first game, like I feel like Dizzy was just like in complete control, and he kind of, and I don't know if that was Law Corridor maybe being a little unsure of himself, because it is very startling when you're playing, not only when you're playing a high level player, but when that high level player decides to go to the character that you main. It kind of throws you for a little bit of a whirlwind there. Like it's something you're not expecting. And there's so many instances where you just kind of doubt yourself, but Law Corridor was able to just power through that. And I'm really, really impressed. And he didn't even shake when that Jackie came at him. And it could have been, like you said, Ketchup, part of his experience. He knows how to deal with Jackie. He wasn't shooken at all. Knew exactly how to handle that character. And, because of that, Law Corridor is going to be finding himself in the winners finals. Guaranteed top 3 for today's tournament, securing those points, securing, that extra step to getting into the regional finals. And that's where it's really, really going to be on the line in terms of, money, And you know, that's the do or die moment for all these. So let's
So we're
again,
going
you
to
guys want to
Sorry, there's a bit of a delay here between us. So sometimes accidentally, when you do these online shows, you kind of use all kinds of different equipment, and sometimes it just comes through a little bit late. But on that note, anyway, we're going into our next matchup, and while we wait for it, let's have a talk about what the pro competition's all about. It has the 3 different leagues: Liga Latina, North America, and Intercontinental. You can see all the sub-regions split within it on the screen in front of you, and then it's forever ongoing so far. You know, we've kind of hit a kind of halfway point, if you will, and there's plenty more Mortal Kombat where that came from, by all means. But the top 8 of Intercontinental, top 16 of NA, and then top 8 of Liga Latina. Really excited to see what happens there. Liga Latina itself has been an interesting storyline because we've seen a bunch of players from the Mexico community really kind of make their presence known in Open Series, and now here they are in Liga Latina, absolutely smashing it. And, you know, we get to see the same fan favorites in North America and EU, but I'm really always happy to check out what Liga Latina brings to the table. Highly, highly underrated talent in South America.
Yeah, it definitely is. And, you know, it's very tough to, you know, get to all the events, you know, in a regular world where offline is a thing, you know, you got to wonder how many undiscovered talents there are all over the world, you know, not just in these regions, but like any regions, literally anywhere. We've seen it in other fighting games where players just kind of come out of regions with like little to no offline support. And, you know, because of the era that we live in, the tools that are accessible to pretty much anybody, like even looking back at like Tekken Master's debut at EVO during MKX, like nobody saw that coming. I mean, people knew Tekken Master was really good, but again, it kind of showed a lot of people.
I saw it coming, but nobody listened. Darth Armor. That's what happened there. Europe tried to warn them. They tried to warn them, and no one heeded our warning. And then Tekken Master destroyed everyone. Oh, Zoka versus Ubility. We got that Cabal versus Jackie. Now, Zoka is a Cabal player that has been well known for being a complete specialist of the character. It's not kind of just the air dash and combo. He can obviously play that variation, but he has a lot of other utility for different matchups. But the single hits, the dash cancel and the hook grab and the low, it gives him mixed potential everywhere and a lot of plus frames.
Mixed potential is definitely not a bad thing to have in this game. You know, just to kind of keep your opponent on their toes, keep them guessing as to, you know, where you're going for. And that's part of it there. Normally that string ends with an overhead, but instead going with the unsafe flow. However, you know, didn't really face him. Just kind of said, okay, I guessed wrong. Let me keep playing. Let me not get hung up on the fact that, you know, he tricked me here with this. That was the overhead, you know, the safer route in terms of that. That second hit does hit as an overhead, but Jackie was expecting that low cancel to be coming out. Ooh. Beautiful flawless block up to, but because of the breakaway, not able to convert into some good damage. She is coming off some resources, but it doesn't matter. Here comes the offense, and the interruption there. Didn't want to give her any of those plus frames with that bionic elbow.
And we mix once more. This is all about conditioning, though, as Zoka, the short hop and the wake-up jump attempt from Ubility, just trying to escape the corner, but no. The corner is your home for now. Yo, I haven't seen that Cabal animation in forever. that taunt as he backs off. And this did a little backflip, you know. Ooh! Say goodbye to your nose, though, mate. Yeah, and there's that block once more. Ooh! God, Zoka! Recently picked up by Rise, have to point that out. A very recent signing. I believe both himself and Mirko. Italy well represented in the competitive space right now. Let me tell you, there's the block on the low, though. And now Ubility. Oh, the drop!
Yeah, big drop, big opportunity here, but challenging right back. And Joker, just like that, able to switch it, you know, switch gears from super offense to super defense. Doesn't want to, you know, lose this opportunity here. This is down to the wire, final round, getting a nice conversion here thanks to that hook slam going right into that fatal blow.
This is Cabal's fatal blow. Yeah, she's not. Surely this is dead. I think it's dead. Slam. 1% in it.
How is she alive? Oh, goes for the throw. Bet it all on that throw. I don't know if the goof DOT was going to be enough to do a little bit more than 13% that she needed. But either way, he kind of, I don't know if he knew a throw was coming and knew all I needed to do was down one, or if down one was coming out no matter what. Like, that's the decision. I'm going to challenge her here. I'm going to check her here, because there's no sense in going for anything more punishable or more negative on block than that. That's all you need. Just one little poke, and that was that could have been disastrous there for Zoker. That could have been quite a comeback.
I've always been, the second I saw Zoka in, I believe it was an open series that week, Zoka, right before Ultimate came out, was still maining Clean Cut Cabal as the variation. So this is how you knew it was someone who played, I think, the foundations of the character. So when you go into Ultimate, you know he's going to have these kind of unusual combinations. In this case, low hook for the mix-up, dash cancel for the single hit plus frames, and obviously single hit confirm potential, and then hook grab for the combo damage. But it allows him to get a lot of mix-ups, a lot of rewarding mix-ups. But he has to condition you first. The jumping grab. Lovely tech there from Uvility. Uvility, one of the younger players hailing from the UK. I believe this was his first competitive Mortal Kombat game. He's made quite the splash. Oh, the low profile. That really ain't mid, to be honest.
Oh man, fake mids. That's part of the tech. You gotta figure out which ones are fake mids and which ones are real mids.
Oh, that one's good.
Ball's got such great range normals here. Definitely true no matter what kind of moves you equip here. Of course, we're going to be slamming her on towards the corner here. And thanks to that low hook grab, able to keep her on that same side. Didn't have to go into anything else. A little too different, a little too complicated. And Cabal still locking Jackie down thanks to that projectile backing off. And just trying to be as oppressive as possible here. Raw hook grab.
You know why I love that? Because Uvility could have broken and escaped the corner. Zoka doesn't want that.
Exactly. That's exactly it. Really, really smart stuff. You know, because you're still being spun. You're still in that animation of capture, so you can't break away during it.
There's that cancel again, but using it where if that overhead connected... Oh, there's the interruption! No plus frames allowed for you, sir. Zoka finishes it again. Domination in that second game, the interruption for the second time, and there's a reason we saw that back 1-2, and that 2 went into a dash cancel. I bet you anything that dash was prepared to hit. If that overhead connected, there wouldn't have been a cancel on that dash. It would have gone right through, because he's enforcing the mix, the overhead back 1-2 or the back 1 low. He spends the whole series conditioning you for that one overhead that he can confirm. And now 2-0. Zoka.
Definitely not an easy thing to do to, you know, try to hit confirm off of one hit, or, you know, I guess in this instance you're kind of block confirming. You know, you're doing the regular route, the dash, if it does successfully hit, or you're recognizing that it blocked and therefore you have to cancel it in order to stay safe. So that's very unique in this game. You know, not too many instances where that's, you know, easily doable, but because this action needs, you know, two different things, you have to dash and then you have to cancel, you know, really opens up a whole new world of hit confirming here. Anti-air, just regular straight air to air. Just stop it, Jackie. I'm going to stop you from jumping all over the place. Joker is looking incredible here.
And there's the cancels once more. Uvility constantly blocking that overhead, but I wonder when that low is going to come through. The meaty down one. Zoka's just so ready for Uvility to squirm out, and Uvility at this point, got to say, pretty much refusing to block and wake up, and Zoka is absolutely annihilating because of it. Doesn't believe in the jump in. That could have been a full combo, but a bit scrambly here. There's the back one. The single hit for the plus frames just to jump out and escape the corner, and there's the mix again. Now, what's it going to be? Turn seating down one, too far away to punish, and now he gets hit by the overhead. It just looks to me, Armor, like Uvility is a bit lost. Not particularly sure what's going on here. Oh!
A lot of pressure that he's, you know, failing to deal with. But right now, starting the offense, tries to go for the throw. Didn't really get a full punish to Zoker, but, you know, able to get something here. Uvility starting it off here. 1-1-1. Easy hit confirm right into the dash. The Nomad dash. As much damage as possible. 30%. Empty jump into the high challenge here. Up to from Cabal. Definitely one of the better ones. Horizontal and vertical hitbox. There's nothing he needs. And nothing else he needs on that up to animation.
Definitely look for the single button anti-air there. This is a scary situation. There's the back-to-back. You cannot afford to get hit now, Uvility. Any fatal blow confirm will do it. And there's the overhead for another time. The overhead is the one to block. To be fair, you could afford to take the low, but no longer. Lovely tech. Fantastic tech. Instant jump.
Little wait there. Not enough. Oh, the trade going into Ubility's favor. Ubility does live to see another round. Let's see what the Joker can do if he can just shut this down right here, right now. She still has access to some good things, some good crushing blows still. And of course, her fatal blow, she falls below 30%.
God, his flawless block execution on that has been flawless. No pun intended. 32% for it as well. That's such good damage. Another tech. The techs have been supreme for Uvility. Another cancel. This time it's really not enforcing plus frames. It's just trying to be unusual. There's the jump. The down two. But these down twos are looking really desperate, to be honest with you. That one worked, sure, but he's right back where he started. The interruption. Double hits, not plus frame here. It's the single hits you have to worry about. Yeah, he's not doing the double blast. Actually, he might not have even been able to. He didn't have any meter. And yeah, he's done.
He's dead. Dead. And also doesn't have his skin anymore. It's just completely gone. Yeah, the anti-air, again, I feel like it was... the spins. It was so specific.
Not anymore.
Skins. Yeah, that's a good one. The anti-air approach is so different depending on where you are, and that's kind of what's a little bit different about this game. The anti-airs you have to kind of place in the right spot, or depending on where you are, how far your opponent is, and what jump-ins they have access to. Like, you can't just apply one thing and it's fully invincible and it's going to work every single time. So it kind of just takes a little bit of practice and fine tuning in terms of like hitting consistently there. But we saw Zoker being able to just deal with that Jackie jump in, deal with with a lot of different tools, either whether it was down one, stand one, or down three, depending on, again, the situation. And I really loved it. I really loved his control against that character. Super well done.
There are a lot of players that I wasn't 100% aware of last year that I definitely grew to learn from and understand, and Zoka's definitely one of them, to the point where I have some favorite players in EU. I definitely put Zoka on that list because that Cabal is so fun to watch. I think there are other examples there. Blood Eyes is one of my favorite players because I love the way he plays the Frost and the Rain. Sui Frazier for really showcasing what Noob can do at this level in Ultimate, and they all hail from EU, which is a fantastic thing because it just goes to show that the level of talent in this part of the world is growing. The pool of top level players in Europe is bigger than it ever has been, and that makes me really happy. Now, before we get into our next matchup, I would like to shout out Astro Gaming for providing all of the commentators the audio that powers the Pro Competition, and just supporting the Pro Competition in general. If you want to find out more about their own officially licensed PS4 products, you can go to astrogaming.com for their wide range of services. I got to say, fantastic headphones for this home environment, really comfortable considering I wear these almost all day, every day. And now the Scorpion mirror match between Javier and Mirko. Let's go.
Yeah, you were very excited about this, and not only Scorpion mirror match, but also the same variation. I mean, they have the Hellport cancel, and the Burning Spectre, which again will just kind of buff up a few things in certain scenarios. You want that extra little damage.
It just makes Scorpion better at being Scorpion. The buff gives his grab game more threat, his punches and his attacks in general. It just lets Scorpion do what he normally does, but to greater effect. And now we're actually also starting to see players like Mirko. They want to keep the same side. I think actually Javier and Mirko both do the same thing. If they have you in the corner and they spear, rather than doing back-to-back spear, they do spear buff amplify, which freestand situation, and it keeps the buff, right? So that's a sick little development over in Europe. 16% income.
No problem. Extra little 3% ain't nothing to sneeze at. It definitely tacks up, over and over again. Makes you a decision closer away from victory. Here, as we can see, Mirko doing incredible. Just, you know, the right call, the right situation. Oh, good block confirmed there, recognizing that it did get blocked. But here comes the big crushing blow. Definitely want to hold that breakaway for a situation like that, because Scorpion can definitely tack on the damage.
I love how you, by through events alone, called it a crushing woe. That kind of gave me big H2 woe vibes. It's just one of those big things that happens with the Scorpion. Here's that forward 3. In we go. The challenge, though, from Javier, who should very much be able to take the round. Oh! Definitely expecting a breakaway, he was. And that should be the round anyway. Yeah, 1-1-2 knockdown. Easy business. And 1 round apiece.
Final round. Fight.
Oh, right back at him. This time around, Javier is the one that's looking successful here. Scorpion player that everybody knows here, but you know what? These guys are both really, really talented. I'm loving this mirror so far. Forward 3, definitely one of the better staggers in this game. Recovers really, really fast.
They're the 2 most successful European Scorpions. That's the thing. They are the 2 top Scorpions from Europe. Now, I say Europe specifically. No shouts to Mercer. I'm talking about just Europe on its own, as this is EU West, but as we now push forward. Pretty even Stevens on Life Dart armor. Fatal Blow's about to be activated. There it is. Will he have a chance to spend it, though?
Oh, no. Oh, just enough. And looking for that up 3 from Scorpion. I mean, it's a really good up 3 in terms of, you know, you're looking at the frame data, how fast it recovers, how fast or how far forward it moves you in terms of like a horizontal hitbox. But, you know, it just, I think in that moment, it might have just been too obvious of a call. I mean, he was holding onto that meter, and it almost just kind of seemed like, you know, that was the go-to option. And that's why you can kind of see the way that he jumped there, kind of anticipating it, and, you know, putting himself in a situation where, like, you know, if he does up 3, cool, I get the whiff punish, I hit him, and if he doesn't, I get to still apply a little bit of pressure there thanks to that jump in. So, you know, you can kind of, you know, work your way around, even when characters have really, really good up 3s like Scorpion. Just space it out, punish, whiff punish, and it's no problem at all. We're gonna stick out here with the same variations. We're not gonna see any kind of character switch or anything. It looks like we're not gonna see a variation switch either. I feel like Scorpion is one of those characters where his equipable moves don't really define him, because his default toolset is just so you know, vast and so strong. Like, so many, you know, just the fact that he has any kind of teleport is, you know, spear combo potential. And it's just like the equipable abilities, just kind of little minor tweaks of the character, in my opinion.
Yeah, very much so. You see the reborn teleport. That's I don't want to say mandatory, because we have seen other Scorpions do well without it, but that definitely seems to be the preferred move that a lot of Scorpions like. Shouts to Mirko, who does sometimes go Searing Rage anyway, and we even had Conqueror in Liga Latina win a tournament with all Burning Spectre merely, I think, a couple of months ago. So clearly, Scorpion can work without the cancel, but we just see that players playing that fundamental game of Scorpion. Got to be a little bit on the wild side to make the character work, and definitely confident in your decisions for sure. But Mirko, very reactionary, fast pace. Javier, much braver, I think, goes for some stuff that you might not really expect. But so far, there's that delayed back one. Oh, and we're cashing out on damage, baby. We want the big payout. Bang! That's going to be another round. Javier looking real good in this mirror. Now, Mirko, he might not go Scorpion all the way. He's actually been known to go Jackie in the mirror.
Oh, we can't see it. Again, a mirror match is a very uncomfortable situation for a lot of players. So, you know, I can see someone who's not as confident going out here. Right now, this is not the look of confidence. Mirko getting worked here by Javier. Down one does stop him from trying to backdash, trying to build up a little bit of space between himself and his opponent. Looking for some kind of whiff here. Here's just a regular throw. Javier getting too defensive, leaving himself susceptible to those throws. Didn't confirm into the rest of that string from the back one, but that's okay. Able to continue this pressure forward. 3-4, definitely negative on a block. So that was the opening that Javier needed. Saw it coming and decided to challenge with buttons of his own. Javier finding that last round, even though it was a little bit of a back and forth, definitely not one-sided. Javier looks to be in full control here. Up 2-0 Mirko does have the ability to switch over to a different character. So let's see. Let's see if he goes Jackie in the mirror like you stated before, or if he can, pick up the pieces, realize what he's doing wrong, and fight through this matchup, fight through this opponent. This is a scary time. A scary time. You're at the top 8. A lot of good players here.
Sticking with the Scorpion this time. Hang on a minute. I think this is the Sinblade variation, if I recognize his customization.
Let's see it.
Yeah, look. Mirko is one of the players that has a different uniform for a different variation, so you can kind of recognize it before you've even seen it come up. So he has Sinblade. I do wonder, mustn't be seeing the Burning Spear give him as much, I think, utility as he's looking for in this particular matchup. We'll see if Sinblade can somewhat change things here. Ooh, raw spear out of nowhere.
Sinblade is the neutral jump punch from MKX, right?
Yeah, yes. And it's got gigantic reach. It's got big reach. It can be used meaty after a breakaway for plus frames. It gives him some other combo paths. Mostly teleport, obviously you can get Sinblade combos, but also full screen spear crushing blow. You actually have time to do a forward dash and then a neutral jump Sinblade, and you can still combo it. So you haven't got to use your amplified spear to damage off the KB. So Sinblade has its fair few uses actually.
Okay, let's do a forward throw here. Gonna have some great Oki on this opportunity right next to his opponent. Goes to the delay wake up and kind of just committed to regular, non-delay wake up. Back 3 does open him up. It does hit as an overhead. You got to watch out for that. A little tricky, a little slow, but definitely a nice wrench to kind of throw in there to keep your opponent constantly guessing. Regular hell port cancel into the back throw. As you can see, Javier a little too overconfident in his block button, overconfident in that defense. That's going to be a punishable string. You don't want to let that rock, but because he wasn't close enough to make contact, he wasn't able to cancel that into a teleport that he could cancel again.
Always looking to buffer Scorpion players when they do that back too, and if it comes out and it whiffs, you are toast. That second hit is so unsafe. Oh, wow! My man counter-poked the down 2, and you know what they trade? In this case, it's going to benefit Javier, who ends in spear for the side switch, keep Mirko in the corner, and the stagger puts him onto a match point. Now, Mirko, if he loses this 3-0, I've got to say, I've never seen him lose the Scorpion Mirror in such a fashion. He's normally a kind of player you would actually bank on being the one you would bet on winning this. But Javier, has been going from strength to strength recently. The Battle of Spain versus Italy, absolutely. Uh-oh, the break has been used. Armor. Ooh! Watch your chin.
Yeah, not sure why he didn't opt to go for the crushing blow there. Could have been a lot of damage, and we are in a final round situation. I believe he hasn't used it yet. So, it could have been one of those things that just kind of caught him by surprise. Maybe didn't expect it to hit. Swinging and canceling, no problem. And that's going to, you don't want to whiff against Scorpion. It doesn't matter how far away he is. It doesn't matter if he's in the air. Do not whiff against this character because he's one teleport away from really making it hurt. That was super unsafe. That was super.
Do you remember what I told you? Javier is known for being a lot more just guttural with decisions.
Oh no, that's the first opening he needs here. He could make this comeback literally just 20% away. There goes. Oh man, that does not feel good. That does not feel good. Javier with the incredible comeback. A very bold read there and able to finish it out with the interactable tick throw.
Scorpions trying to fight over who got the teddy bear in this case. It will be MK Javier, who, gotta say, that was an impressive showing and a half. The Scorpion just continuing to look better and better, and a great way to cement yourself in today's bracket. Taking out Mirko is no easy feat. This is a player that's been going on a rampage in Open Series. He, I believe, before going into this, was top 3 still in the worldwide standings. I say worldwide standings, the EU West standings for Intercontinental. So Mirko, no slouch, and Javier having one hell of a result in his first top 8 match of the day. This was loser's bracket too. Mirko, he's out. We'll be seeing him next time, no doubt, but that will be where things end for him and progress for Javier. And as we now go into our next matchup. Oh, okay. Hang on a minute. So we've just quickly checked a We've currently just checked over the admin chat, and unfortunately, I do need to be the bearer of some bad news. Asadamata seems to be having some internet troubles, which are just not able to be fixed right now, and that means that he will have to be DQ'd from today's bracket purely because he is not in a position where he can play, and there's no way it can be fixed within the bracket today. So apologies, Asadamata. Sorry, mate. It really sucks to hear, but I'm sure we'll see you again, as we always do. But he will not be present in today's tournament. On that note, then we're going to go for a break and set up our next round of games. Sorry for that, folks, but we'll be back in a few minutes for the rest of today's bracket.
No jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
PlayStation.
Hey guys, Ketchup and Mustard here, and it's time to test your might in the Mortal Kombat 11 Open Series. Ready to rumble? Power on your PlayStation and head to the Events app, filter by type, and select a convenient date and time. Boot up MK11 and locate the PS4 Tournaments menu option. Click it to visit a familiar place, the Console Events tab. Sign up and prepare to play. Once registered, you can view your tournament details and check-in time. A notification will remind you to tighten your black belt and get over here for your match. Continue combat in the open qualifiers to close in on the competition. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the tournaments.
PlayStation. Who are you?
I'm your worst nightmare.
Any ring I step into is mine. End of the line.
Then this fight is now personal.
It is exhausting being so perfect.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Mortal Kombat 11 Pro Competition here as we are in EU West. My name is Mr. Aquaman, joining you for the first time here on the western side of things. Joining me over here is Darth Arma. And guys, welcome back. We are 4 matches in. We've got about 6 to go here in this top 8. Before we get started, I want to tell you guys about how you can compete here today and in some other opportunities, as this is put on by PS4 Tournaments. The PS4 Tournament Open Series. I'm sorry. Open Series. The Pro Competition is presented by PS4 Tournaments. The Open Series. Go check it out. PS4 Tournaments are weekly competitions for all skill levels. Compete against your friends and rivals for unique rewards. Go visit the PS4 Competition Center, the one destination that has all the Mortal Kombat content. I can't talk today, Arma. I am so upset that we didn't get to see Cetron that we were just talking about right before going live. But guys, it's so easy. Go to compete.playstation.com and go sign up with your PSN. And with both the Open Series and the Pro Competition, go sign up, get involved. If you want your name to be on the overlay that we're about to see above the scoreboard, go sign up, because we want to see you and we want to see what you're all about, see what you can bring to the table that might be a little bit different, maybe a little bit more hype than what people are able to bring here. Just kidding. These guys are incredibly hype here today. We've seen so many different variations, so many different characters. And here on the west side of things, it's only just begun, as we are about halfway through this bracket. On the winner's side, you had Zoker with that Cabal looking as clean of a cut as I've ever seen, Arma. Just looking scary. And same thing with how Law Corridor was able to take it over Dizzy after game number 1 domination. And that winner's finals is going to be a tale of 2 guys that looked dominant early on. And that's kind of how all the matches have been. You know, you were there through them. Javier with the 3 over Mirko, and then the unfortunate DQ that happened for Aso Damaze.
Yeah, I love how the DQ is still considered a 3-0 there. Very, very one-sided matches for the most part. But again, these guys are just kind of finding their footing. And just because you see something on paper as a 3-0 doesn't necessarily mean it was totally one-sided. I mean, you have round counts, and this game is so fast. Like 1 or 2 crushing blows against certain characters in this game, and your life bar is just depleted, like it's gone. So the momentum can swing very, very easily in this game. And on top of that, you also have Fatal Blow. So really just, you can't take your eyes off the road. You can't take your hands off the wheel for like a second, because it can all just spill over and just come to bite you back really, really hard. So here we have Dizzy TT playing a 3rd character that we're seeing him play today. First we saw the Joker and the Joker Mirror. Then he went Jackie. This time around, looking to be playing some Liu Kang, and he's going up against Scorpion, the winner, the victor in that Scorpion Mirror match that we just saw a few minutes ago. Javier.
That's one heck of a mirror to win against Mirko, who has been, I think even Ketchup talked about it, has been, kind of the Scorpion of this area, but not today. It's Javier who's already coming out, drawing first blood, and 3 of them back-to-back here. We've already got Dizzy halfway dead, and for Dizzy, it's almost no surprise that we're seeing a 3rd different character here already today. As someone who I've seen kind of been going through it over the past year around the character select screen, looking for someone to stick with. So far, he's been trying to kind of play around everyone at the top competitively, and it's been working for him here recently. Let's see if he can turn this tournament around. And for Javier, he started off the way that he has played that last game.
Going right into... Yeah, when you see those flames going up, that means he's got access to those special moves there, the little teleports that you're going to be seeing as a low, as a mid, as an overhead. So you got to watch out, be extra careful. He just did it. He just did it. He was like, I'm so tired of you trying to just bully me in this corner. I'm just going to super unsafe on block raw Fatal Blow, and it worked. It absolutely worked in that scenario. So, I mean, next time, Dizzy TT's got him up against the ropes, guys. So he's got to know, he's got to realize this is somebody who's willing to do this.
That first round was utter insanity from the point that Javier came out swinging for about 45 seconds straight nonstop, and then Dizzy swung for about 45 seconds non-straight stop, and then raw Fatal Blow. Talk about like a weird... I don't know, story to tell of that round number 1, but it's Javier who's again drawn the early first blood, and this time has not let go of it. Already 3/4 of the way there, gets the counter hit, and that is all she wrote. Holy crap, that Fatal Blow looked like it knocked the wind out of Dizzy, just like it did most of the people watching.
I mean, it had to have. I mean, you can even see it like going into the next round. He was just...
The club.
Got like gonna win a prize. The MK vending machine. You got like the Scorpion, the
Looks like
Sub-Zero
the,
plushies.
Looks like the chain that Betty swings in Kung Pao. Oh, if anyone gets that reference,
chain.
you guys are welcome.
So old. Whoever gets that reference is old, just like us.
Whoever gets that, you're old and good job. Oh, what a game one! That first round was nothing but back and forth, and then you had the savagery of the raw fatal blow coming from Javier that looked like it, like I said, knocked the wind out of Dizzy, and he just picked up right where he left off in round number 2 there to get us started. And then we see the switch to Jackie.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of unsuccessful Jackie from Dizzy TT earlier on the winner side, right when we started today's top 8 on the West side. Oh, look at that tricky that mobility from Scorpion. I mean, what he can access because of those teleports. You know, he's just kind of free to move around, like, and he moves so rapidly, so quickly. Like, it's so easy to just get lost in.
Yeah, the way I like to describe Scorpion is that you are probably not going to stop him from doing what he wants to most of the time. That's the freedom that the mobility and threat of teleport gives you, as well as his wonderful toolkit. You talked about how, you know, the variation system doesn't affect him too much because the core is so strong for Scorpion.
Exactly. Yeah, very, very strong and, you know, very static. I mean, you need the chain and you need the teleport to really, you know, stop anyone from whiffing anything or throwing projectiles. And that he really dictates the pace with that, just with the threat of those moves. Mainly that teleport.
Okay, mainly that teleport, raw spear, matchup dependent here against Jackie. You know, he has to worry about her mobility a little bit as well. And here's Dizzy answering back, not going to be enough for the kill, but it's going to give him the health lead. And he has already survived an awful lot of offense. So this is looking good for Dizzy to make a comeback if he can get the closeout. 78 damage. What remains? Can he do it? Oh my God! Oh my God! I don't even. I can't analyze that. I can't do it.
Round 2.
It worked.
He did slow spear. He had to have committed.
It just worked. It just
Oh
worked.
my goodness.
It just worked. It worked like nothing here. And unfortunately for Dizzy TT, he came off that finite resource, no longer going to have access to that fatal blow, which is going to be access to a lot of damage here. I mean, what's going to happen? What's going to happen here? Good block of the low, not getting tripped up there by the second hit of that string. That Burning Spear is up, so it's going to add a little bit more damage if he does make some kind of contact between his punches or his throws. Downward shot, trying to throw that goop on.
I've been seeing Dizzy do that a lot. And I don't see a lot of Jackies do that, where they actually use that as a way to set up dot and then pressure immediately. And he does it in the corner a couple times already here tonight, and it's been beautiful to witness. Gets the people elbow. Already got a massive pick confirmed though, and this health deficit's not looking great. Javier single hit away. Something crazy is gonna come, and it's gonna be the unblockable overhead after he did low spear to close out the previous round. Of course you're gonna be thinking, what the heck is he gonna do in this situation? He did a low spear. That one still got me shook. If that happened to me, I would have come unhinged. And Dizzy's gonna need to. Oh man, but now what's going through his mind is not only all the different mix-ups, all the different conditioning moments, just worrying about Scorpion in general. Now he's gone through Kang, he's gone through Jackie, and it's like, what else can I throw at him? What can I possibly throw at him now to take him out of his game?
I mean, it's tough to call that. I mean, but whatever he does pick, he's going to be, you know, committed to that character as a final pick here. You know, if he does win, he's got to stay with that character. Only loser can change characters mid-set, and variations do count as different characters. I also want to point out that back three has been doing so much for Javier, and it's not like, you know, he's just throwing it out whenever. He's been doing a good job of
I'll say it.
Yeah. I saw a little bit of debate in the chat. I think someone was saying that back three is useless, and everyone else is like, are you watching this match? Like, he's hitting back three so many times. Like, how are you saying that it's bad?
Back three is the only move in MK11 that has hit more than it's been blocked. I can.
That's a.
I can almost guarantee that.
That's the unblockable ratio, where it's not actually unblockable, but if it hits more than it gets blocked, then yeah. There it is. Do it again! Please do it. Please keep doing it, Javier.
Why?
Unblockable.
And why is it so good? Because of the implication of if you block low. Which a threat is there as well. Okay, Dizzy's got the lead. He was unable to close out last time. And he might be in for it again! He's so close to the finish line in these even individual rounds. And this is going to be the biggest hole to try to come out of. And this is Javier, who's coming off of a huge victory. That mirror against Mirko, you know he's got to be feeling himself after that. That's a big win.
Super feeling himself. I can see it here in the gameplay.
Another one.
And, you know, just in the fact, yeah, another one. We need a back three counter for the next time Javier plays on screen. It just needs to tack up every time so we can, you know, just make sure it's unblockable, because it is. It is unblockable. Lada's just swinging here, staying on top. Javier lost a lot of damage there thanks to the DOT, and, you know, it's kind of one of those things where you can't panic when you're on top of it. I think he's been doing a really good job of managing it. Good block confirmed there, canceling out of the teleport, trying to stay as safe as possible, canceling again. Javier is moving like a machine right now, all over the place. So, just mechanical, so calculated. I love this here. Dizzy TT looking for the hit. Is he going to go to Fatal Blow? No. Looking for the follow-up here. Clips the low, giving Javier a little taste of his own medicine here. The low hit confirm right into that Fatal Blow. Dizzy TT going to be tying it up one round apiece. He's looking to make this reverse 3-0 comeback. Is this the start of it? Is this where it all goes downhill for Javier, or is Javier going to pull himself out of the mud and stop this momentum train right in its tracks?
He's able to do it right there, and if he didn't commit to the normal, that little down 4, he actually could have got a punish on that. He was close enough. 4-2, here we go. Going to the corner, he gets the crushing blow anyway. You're gonna see the damage add on here at the end. There it goes. A little bit of visual trickery there as he has a hefty health lead now, and all of a sudden, Dizzy has come to life. It did take finally getting one round on the board. But never say never for Javier, who starts this potential comeback off with a little bit of bleed, and you really don't want to hit twice, because now it's going to look even more deadly. Already halfway dead. The short hops have been up. Every single overhead is unlockable.
It is.
Oh no.
Official.
Oh my goodness. The ship? Oh no. That was a moment Dizzy saw that he blocked the really high jump kick, which meant that it was going to have, on paper, some negative frames to it, and it could have been Dizzy's turn right there, but he froze up a little bit and allowed him to jump once more. Coming down to something really minute like that, not too crazy, but it did take a long while for Dizzy to what looked like wake up a little bit. And for Javier, it was a couple of really crazy but beautiful decisions because they worked.
Because they work. That's a big emphasis there.
There's an asterisk. Yeah, there's an asterisk where stuff looks really good when it hits, but it looks really bad when it doesn't hit. Let that be.
Hey man,
that'd be a lesson to everyone watching this at home.
High risk, high reward. Okay, high risk, high reward.
Baby.
That's the definition of it right there. Also, I mean, I was gonna say, can we talk about how back 3 is completely unblockable and no one's seeing it coming? I mean, what's the deal there?
You know,
how does someone look at that move and say, like, this is a useless move? This move sucks. It doesn't work. And like,
it's not even punishable.
No.
Like even if you do block it. Anyways, let me not upplay Scorpion too. Let me not upplay Scorpion too much over here.
Yeah.
I love my guy, but that was wonderful play by Javier there. That was awesome.
Yeah, let's stop the Scorpion upplay, and let's actually upplay the merchandise that you see myself and Mr. Aquaman wearing right here on the stream.
Yeah.
This quality is so good and accessible to almost anybody. Guys, all you got to do, hit up Amazon.com/Mortal Kombat. A lot of different styles on there, different colors.
Look, Scorpion, he's so good. He has his own shirt.
There you go, Scorpion right there. If you guys are a fan of Javier and are a big fan of the unblockable back 3, you can just rep your realm right there. Pro Competition Scorpion. There's also Melina, Sub-Zero, Raiden, and a few other characters. And if you guys want to find out what else is there accessible in that merch store, I'm telling you, this slide does not do it justice. They got hoodies, they got long sleeve shirts, tank tops, all different styles, all different colors. Definitely check it out. Amazon.com/Mortal Kombat. Get yourself some merch and help represent, not just this community, but also help support, this whole pro competition as a whole. And we will love you for it. We will absolutely love you for it. Mr. Aquaman, why don't we talk about Astro a little bit?
Absolutely. Astro Gaming. I've got some Astros on right now. So does Arma. Astro Gaming, the official audio partner of the Mortal Kombat 11 Pro competition. All of our audio is powered by Astro for the entirety of the season. Go visit astrogaming.com to find out more information on all of their officially licensed PlayStation audio products. Go check them out, guys. astrogaming.com. You see it everywhere. You see it at every offline. All those stations got some Astro gear. Go check them out. They've been supporting the FGC for a long time, and I love supporting them back. Go check them out. We got another match coming up.
This mix amp, I'm just going to add a little bit to Astro. This mix amp is just a game changer. So easy to change the levels and, what you want to hear, what you don't want to hear. Just upgrade your setup at home. I mean, it's so good no matter what you need it for. What's our next match, Mr. Aquaman? Or maybe we can get a bracket here for the lovely people at home to see.
Should be Utility versus VLJ, if I am correct. Ooh, it is, and I haven't seen VLJ compete in a very long time. I am so excited for this. This was someone that I've watched going back to Mortal Kombat X, and that's how a lot of people know VLJ from the MKX play and entering tournaments long after, like even throughout Injustice 2, and really excited to see him here competing and make it a top 8. And here we go. Let's see what he can do against Utility here, who has been trying to get settled, it looks like, in this top 8. Not the most familiar with the setting, but the same could be said for everyone left here on the loser side of the bracket. It's a lot of young and up-and-coming players. VLJ, kind of the vet down there in a weird sense, but that's what this entire top 8 has been. Guys that are finally getting their name out there and able to get their name out there because of something like the Pro Competition here and the Open Series. So big shout-outs to the Pro Competition and the Open Series, everything going on over there at PlayStation Tournaments on that. So thanks to the entire crew. People and players like this are able to do their thing, get their name out there, and then we yell about it and make a crack a couple jokes and go, "Ooh, that was cool." So get in there.
What a flattering way to talk about what we do here. I mean, it is really cool to see, all these usually underrepresented regions, especially because, Mortal Kombat, in terms of like all these high level or highly played competitive fighting games, Mortal Kombat is like the only American made one. Therefore, like the scene is mostly focused around the US/North America. And I really love to see Pro Competition just kind of spreading out to the rest of the world and bringing attention, bringing opportunity to, all these other players, these players that want to work hard, get on stream, get their name made out there, get some Twitter clout, like get those fish props. Like, it's all good. And this is what everybody wants to do. Are we seeing a little hidden select game here on the menu? So, dating back, I believe it was it Trilogy or MK4 that had the first hidden select. So it's an old MK thing where you can actually hide your cursor and pick a character without your opponent knowing what character you're picking. That's what these guys are doing right here. Okay, he had to double check where he was on the cursor.
Things
hold on.
See.
Maybe he did the secret tech where you go like one space to the left or right, then you check and you're like, okay, I'm in the right spot, and then you move back. So I don't know what these guys are picking. They might not know what these guys are picking. Okay, so I got the chat telling me it was 4. Mortal Kombat 4 was the first hidden cursor.
Shout out to the chat that know things. You guys are the goats.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. We'd be nothing without you.
I learn everything.
Yeah. Any of life's lessons can be learned faster and better in any Twitch chat. Like, prove me wrong. Like, that is 100% a true statement.
Also, if we are off on one piece of frame data, they will let us know, and thank you so much for that.
Wow, yes,
All right,
I'm sure you love
jump.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Back throw here, Geras, one of the best at it, mostly because of the Oki setup afterwards. Big jump in kick coming out of Shang Tsung, able to go right into those up skulls. That's going to be a huge whiff right in front of him. Here comes the big body splash, down twos to make sure it hurts. Throwing up the Sand Clone, but either way, holding up forward as soon as he recovers from that hit animation. So Sand Clone didn't explode. Sand Clone did nothing in that scenario for him because his opponent was holding up forward. That's going to be a mental note you're going to have to take to the rest of this set if you want to be successful.
Oh. Maybe try to get a flawless block or just a hard read on the frog splash right there, but one of those jump-ins where it's not your turn. If blocked regularly and eating the mix, you feel to be getting going here with the old school Geras, Geras game plan. Having the throw, getting the Oki, throwing some mix, having the safety. We'll see if we get anything crazy from him. VLJ playing this really aggressive as well, knows that he can't zone an awful lot. One sand trap's gonna close the gap, and a beautiful flawless block. A lot of Shang Tsung's been getting away with that over here. So Utility showing some tech here.
Well, that was really close to a wall crushing blow there.
Oh.
Yeah, just been a little bit closer. Can we talk about how broken mid command grabs are? Like, I'm so tired of downplaying mid command grabs. Like, forcing you to block, forcing you to jump or die by command grab is
it's the same as
really
any 50-50. It's the same as any 50-50 in MK11.
No way.
If you're right in
Unfair.
a 50-50 situation, he gets full like anyone gets full combo punished.
Unfair.
It's the same as blocking an overhead or a low. It's the same thing.
I don't agree.
You either get hit by it,
agree.
or you read it,
or you
murder him,
and you win,
or you mess it up and die. But hey.
I mean, we all die
Stop
eventually,
blocking.
right?
This all goes back to stop blocking that we were talking about earlier. Anyways, I digress. We beautiful forward three here. Ability. Looking so strong. This is the Geras that we don't see a lot competitively at all in any region. Not gonna have the defensive bar to survive that, but he is utilizing the things that make Geras so strong. The forward three, just forward three, is a normal that should probably be talked about more. It is a massive mid that is safe, can cause a plus frame, can cause a zero neutral situation where it no longer becomes your turn. Anti-air so well. Oh my goodness, and he gets so much mileage off of that, and then you mix in the 1-1s off of it. He has a good game plan going. Just hasn't been able to establish it so well. When he's gotten the knockdown, VLJ's done a good job of rebuilding that space, and he's also been aggressive himself, not to let him breathe. You have two situations when you fight a character like Geras that's so good at control. You either give him the space, and he can find a way to use that space against you and control you with it, or you can try to be aggressive, get on him, and don't let him breathe as your answer. And that's what VLJ's kind of done a little bit, is he's been the one to be the aggressor and not just, up close in his face, but full screen. And that's kind of what I've seen him implement. It's been beautiful to watch, but now we're in a completely different territory and a different monster's on the screen, and it's Jacqueline Briggs.
Yeah, Jacqueline Briggs able to kind of just super jump from pretty much anywhere on the screen. So she's always just one jump in from all this oppressive offense here. That's going to be a favorable trade there, but never mind. She gets her way in, but a little bit of a drop combo in that scenario. Missed opportunity here, if you will. Forward throw to keep her in the corner, but that's okay. Throwing all caution to the wind, saying, I'm going to hold up forward because it's going to work. Straight trade here, and because of the life deficit, because VLJ had almost no health left, not going to be a favorable situation for him. Oh, big boot there. That high does leave Shang super duper plus, meaning he can move way before his opponent. Flawless block up two.
Jackie things, the 1-1 so fast. Even interrupting the interruption. It interrupted the interrupt. Oh, big air-to-air right there. Nothing was active from VLJ. It looked like it made... I couldn't tell if he actually put a jump kick out or not. But either way, meeting what I like to call one of the god kicks of MK11. That 45-degree angle aerial missile system that is his jump kick, but a big pickup. I believe he got one more hit away. The defense, and he clipped him with the low. That was so far away. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that hit.
Nicked him there with like the little tip of his shoe, that low, reaching out a little bit farther than I honestly anticipated. And you know, you have a lot of time. Those are, you know, two very slow. That's a very slow string, so you got a lot of time to hit confirm into that fatal blow. But that was incredible. That was incredible. Keeping her down, her corpse dropping, not stopping. Wants to keep going. And just stopping her in her tracks, I'm sorry, in the air, exactly where she's trying to approach here. Air-to-air conversion, but Jackie does find the hit. Jackie bringing the hurt here. A whole world of hurt against Shang Tsung's got him in the corner. Down shot
right,
and able to challenge.
Ooh, that was a physical reaction right there to him seeing that Utility didn't have meter or just knowing on the back of his mind, but either way, good time to press and is wrong this time around into death. Utility
good
on the board.
Character switch. Definitely a good character switch. You know, honestly, I did not see it happen in there with Geras. Whether that was just because, you know, he was failing to get, you know, Shang to sit still during, you know, certain scenarios, you know, when he wanted him when he wanted to condition him into blocking. But of course, I'm seeing a lot more success here with Jackie. This Jackie is looking great.
What a change of characters. You said good pick. I think that could be said anytime. Anyone goes from any character to Jackie.
And wins. From any character to Jackie or any
any character to Jackie.
I mean, look,
and that's a good pick right there. She's trying to win.
She's a good character. I'm not upplaying. She's just a really good character. No one. I don't think anyone's here to downplay that.
This is one of the premier matchups in this part of the world where they have a lot of experience. These two characters see an awful lot, but we see it go back and forth. Doesn't matter the player. We've seen that Shang Tsung is one of those characters that can deal with her really well. And the players here too.
Ooh, downward shot does whiff slightly there. Shang Tsung just kind of gets out of the way here. He was looking for some kind of air-to-air, but I think he's happy about finding that throw. Downward shot, not going to challenge there in between the gap. Instead, just going to try to hold on to block, but he does open himself up by jumping. And again, jumping in that scenario. A lot of jumping I'm seeing here out of VLJ. Up skulls here. Last one whiffing. Jackie getting the opening that she needs. Yep, that's going to be a conversion into fatal blow. That should be enough to kill. If not, it's going to be no. He's alive. He's alive. He's alive. He's alive. He's alive.
Okay.
Oh god. Flawless block, that was crucial, but not able to keep it going here. Flawless blocking does eliminate virtually almost all the chip damage that's coming out of you, or coming to you. So that was super duper clutch in that scenario, but it's hard to continue to do that.
Warp drop here, no jump kick this time around. Look at the mix-ups that ELJ's throwing at him. Constantly keeping in a mind game, even going to jump back one. That's telling me that ELJ wants combos off of those jump reads.
Definitely wants those combos. Definitely wants that damage here. Trying to tack it on any way he can. VLJ with a nice conversion. Trying to opt to go for like more of a full screen approach here. A little bit of zoning. The corpse drops. Oh, ducking under the throws. And that's what he's constantly looking for. He's constantly letting go of block to see if, you know, the throw attempt is coming. If it whiffs over, she doesn't have fatal blow, so she actually cannot finish this here. Oh, down two. I don't know if that was necessary. I don't know if the crushing blow was necessary, but he just wanted to do the job, wanted to get rid of her right here, right now, getting a little bit of breathing room.
I don't even think that, okay, please don't judge me for saying this. I'm not too sure that was a read of empty jump throw. I think that was a late anti-air attempt. I could 100% be wrong. That was so fast. It was so fast that it almost made it unbelievable.
Yeah, it's super duper fast, super fast. And you know, it's one of those crushing blows that like sometimes you accidentally trigger. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Right in his face.
Just watch back-to-back anti-air down twos. What are we witnessing right now? Oh, this could be close. Oh, he does get the conversion. That should be it for a 2-1 lead. VLJ, what a final round of that game. The sick back and forth, the back-to-back anti-air down twos that probably both could have been comboed off of. We did see it coming out from Utility. VLJ clutching it out. Take the lead back. Sorcerers. In this matchup looks and has always been interesting because of the way that Shang is a character that has the tools to compete with Jackie, right? In that it could be more along the even side of things, which is rare to see. It's rare to see a character that can force. Okay, Arma, don't take this the wrong way. There are very few characters that can make Jackie think a little bit more, as far as, you know, they have less freedom to leap around. They have less freedom and pressure. With Shang Tsung having really good reversals at certain distances, it makes you know, it makes staggers a little less crazy. He's got a down forward to checker as well. And the corpse drop is just a major tool to have against this character as well, at shutting her down, at being able to get an anti-air. And Shang Tsung is deadly up close too. The ones, the 1-1s, the 1-1-3s. He's got that safety of multiple hit confirmable strings. Right there you see with the 1-1-3. And just that alone, I think moves you up a little bit here in MK11.
Yeah. I mean, because it's a very powerful tool. You know, a tool that you can kind of swap in and out with throw attempts. Right now, though, VLJ just running away with this. I mean, it started out, you know, really strong out the gate. That crushing blow, just connecting there. Just getting a little tricky. That overhead, you know, just kind of gets you by surprise sometimes, especially when that first part whips. Oh, stopping her right in her tracks.
Back-to-back leads shut down by corpse drop and the ground eruption.
Yeah. I mean, ground eruption definitely a little bit slower than like a traditional anti-air, but just the fact that it occupies space. Down two crushing blow of that dash punch. Another down two for your troubles. Can Jack make this comeback though? This is how it starts. Dash punching again, but just the fact that he broke away there. Kind of just kept it a little tricky. I thought I was going to see a Mercy. Kept the timing a little tricky, and she wasn't able to, you know, properly time the meaty, properly time, you know, the follow-up. And I think she just got a little too antsy in that situation. I love how it just like pulls out of the skin like nothing. Like skin isn't attached to you at all.
Why is there so much left? Why is there so much left up there? Like I feel like all of the meat should have come with it. That doesn't sound right. I'm just gonna stop talking about this.
Maybe the things grabbing her out of, you know, the nether realm, or they can only grab bone. So you see it leaves everything that's not bone still intact. So, you know, I think we can make sense of it that way.
Okay.
We're done. It's over.
You have magical powers. I can't really, you know, break it down too technically there from the human anatomy standpoint, but I think we're going to move up to winners finals after this one.
And winners finals should be a good one. Keep in mind, guys, everybody that's still in the winner's side, these two players, the only two players remaining that have not lost either of their two tournament lives. This is a double elimination bracket. So the difference between the winner's side, which is the upper half of this bracket, and the difference between the loser side, which is the lower half, is just when you lose your first tournament set. You lose two tournament sets, and that's it. That's it for you in a double elimination tournament. So just think of it that way. Everyone's got two tournament lives, but Zoker and La Corridor, they'll have both of theirs intact, but that's not going to be true after this winners finals. One of them is going to get knocked down into the losers finals, where they will meet the winner of Javier versus VLJ. But first, I want to give a shout out to PlayStation 4. Remember, guys, Pro Competition is presented by PS4 Tournaments. So you guys can check out the PS4 Tournament Open Series. PS4 Tournaments are weekly competitions for all skill levels. Compete against your friends, your rivals, for unique rewards. You guys can visit the PlayStation 4 Competition Center, which is the one destination that has Mortal Kombat content that gives you an inside look at how top players play, and you get to see some tips and tricks for players of all skill levels. So take your game to the next level. Hit up the Competition Center. All you got to do is go to compete.playstation.com, sign in with your PSN ID, and it's that simple. You can see all the tournaments that are available there. Mortal Kombat, other fighting games, other genres, a lot of fun stuff there. We're all here because we love competition. We love being competitive. And who knows? Who knows what you are capable of? And you'll never know until you actually try. So get out there, have some fun, and maybe you'll see your name up here on the stream, whether it's this one or a different one. So let's get into this. We have Cabal. Yes, get involved. Make the community, help the community grow. Not make it, help the community grow. It's a big, big effort that we need help from on all parts. So you guys can compete, definitely get in there. It's fun.
If you've ever second-guessed entering a tournament, do it. If you need help, let us know. Let's sign up. If you're right there on the cusp of being like, oh, well, I might not do so hot, join. It's going to be a blast. I thought the same exact thing at my first tournament. I got run over in that particular bracket, but it was just still such a good time and to get involved with the community more personally, and it just makes you feel a part of something even more, and it's a really good feeling. So I hope that everyone gets to feel that.
Definitely, we definitely want to feel that. We definitely want everybody to feel that. Right now, Joker feeling some Cabal projectiles here. The buzzsaw's coming right at him, straight at him. Love the cancel there, getting a little tricky and adding a little bit of mobility to, the movement of Cabal. He's got great normals. And when you equip that with some cancels, very, very fun to let him move all over the place. Straight shot, keeping him really far away, trying to flawless block as many things as possible. But Law Corridor, just kind of mixing it up here. I mean, he's throwing the Jack in the Box, he's throwing the interactables, just keeping him on his toes. There goes the overhead. Looks like Law Corridor is looking for the low cancel, which is very, very punishable. And somehow the stand 2-1, the second part connected there as a pseudo anti-air.
That second part, the 1 of 2-1 is stuff of nightmares.
Rips
almost,
that body.
Almost impossible to whiff punish. It's like really hard to stop that from coming out, and let alone hitting you, because the corpse takes up I don't know, the screen.
That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure.
That looked to be a really big read from Zoker with the micro duck, but he missed the input. The punish is gonna need one this health lead. Corridor coming up a lot of his resources for the Jack in the Boxes, just trying to close that gap. Doesn't want to deal with this full screen Cabal nonsense. That aerial buzzsaw gonna be a factor here in neutral. Heck, even the grounded one here. Oh! He blocked it out with zoning for 5 minutes straight, and then clutches the one jump in that he does. Wow, buzzsaw was still a mix-up. That was godlike execution. Still fighting from behind though, and he comes in and he's killed right in his face.
A lot of players say the most consistent anti-air in this game is flawless blocking. Watch out, there's only 10 seconds left on the clock, so Law Corridor needs to make something happen now, and that's a very tough thing to do against Cabal when he's got that added mobility, the ability to jump back and throw downward buzzsaws. He kind of just, the fact that he recovers so quickly. Oh, he missed it! Oh, he tried to input Nomad Dash, but he missed it!
Yep. Not like this.
Tried to go... Oh, man. Tried to go back forward, I believe back forward 3, and it just didn't come out. It didn't go into it. Big damage thanks to the corner. He's going to break away, yes, but didn't want to do it right away. Didn't want to get too predictable here. Throwing out that low, that was very dangerous stuff. Super unsafe, but Law Corridor lets it go by. There's the escape build, decides to go for the throw mix. Didn't throw him obviously into the corner, but that is going to fulfill that crushing blow requirement on the back throw. He does hit it mid-screen here. 1-1-1,
oh, this is so
doesn't
scary.
Go into the whole thing. Oh, there it is. He's dead.
So that came down to him having that crushing blow available. He tried everything in his power to use that against his opponent right there. You know, he tried to stagger the ones. He did stand one in a 4-2-2. He did stand one, and then he did 1-1-1. And he didn't commit when he did the 1-1, thinking it was going to be another stagger attempt. And ended up missing out on the one chance of damage that he had there at the end. You know, I think overthinking the situation and getting tunnel visioned into I need to kill with this or use this for a crushing blow. Not necessarily just use it, but use it as a weapon to open up my opponent into bigger damage with fatal blow with a crushing blow. And when you get tunnel vision like that, you can definitely miss out on some other things that you're not looking for, like 1-1 right there, or the fact that Law Corridor was ready for that situation because he had the throw loaded. He didn't fall for the stand 1 in 4-2-2. That is an indication that someone's looking for the throw.
Yeah,
little things like that, and that was
hyper-focused on
absolute
one
madness. To start off the back one of the bust up. I mean, Nomad Dash, that's belief.
It is. That is a confident call out there. I love the sweep there at the end to kind of, you know, change the wake-up timing there. You know, because everything in this game is a hard knockdown. Everybody kind of anticipates and knows when they're going to be getting up off the floor, thus susceptible to getting hit. But, you know, that little sweep, a very, very specific timing, doesn't get the Kapow conversion there. That is super duper unsaved, putting himself in a world of hurt here. Cabal going for a ride, and Law Corridor looking fantastic, continuing into this game number 2. As he just bullies Cabal right into the corner. Not going to have a lot of room to go back with those very, very good downward projectiles. He's trying to shut that down right here, right now. Kapow does not get punished, but he does get opened up there with the overhead, that second hit of the string.
No commitment again. That dash cancel hasn't gotten him an awful lot of reward so far in the set. That Losher has. Now we're talking. Now he's looking beyond. Because there's definitely been a lot of times where he's staggered and lost out on a lot of damage, and he's finally starting to, I think, pick up on that and believe a little bit more in the full strings. And I think he's doing some cool proximity OSs there with that back one, in that he's putting out a range where it might only hit.
Yeah. So he's
Either
buffering
way,
that, and if you come into this space, it's gonna contact, you're gonna get hit, and I'm gonna cancel into a move. But if you don't come into that space, yeah, exactly. If you don't come into that space, I'm still fine. It recovers pretty quickly. It's a really, really good move. Oh, jumping over the Jack in the Box. What a call out here. Smart stuff here from Joker. Right on top of him, goes for the empty jump, but Joker ready to wake up with that stand 2. 1-1-1, easy hit confirmed, no problem. Gonna be extending this combo thanks to that hook grab.
No breakaway. Law Corridor said, you know what? I can take this. It's gonna be the counter hit. Got the anti-armor. And Joker opted not to breakaway right there. Wanted him to come off the resources, it looks like. And if you'd have got straight to fatal blow, I get him in it. No, not like this. So alive. And when the world goes into the amplified buzzsaw and takes the round. Joker. What a decision to do a clock string into the amplified buzzsaw, catching a counter poke, and I have never seen that in regular Cabal pressure ever. That's something new.
It's because it's scary, man. I mean, that is a pretty unsafe thing. I mean, it's a dangerous situation to be in, but Joker's one of those characters that he's one of the few characters that can also contest Cabal with his, you know, both these characters have long range normals. So, you know, I don't think that specific strategy would have worked unless you were playing to, you know, Joker's strength. Like another character that has like really short limbs, they wouldn't have challenged there. Or at least they wouldn't have challenged with anything that left them standing. They would have challenged with a down poke, or down 1, down 3, down 4, whatever it is. But Joker can get good damage on those challenges, but he has to put himself in a standing position. So I think that was the key in that decision making and why he went with that and why it worked.
Joker needing to pull out what looked like the entire arsenal.
Fight.
of tricks up his sleeve to take that game. But we'll see if he's got any hidden from us here. Fraud Nomad Dash. All right, now we've almost completed the holy trinity of Cabal things.
Oh, that's a big jump in. That's a big jump in, and that's going to be a big call out. Big boots to the face here. Just continuing this 33% and the corner positioning. However, Cabal does have the mobility to keep those strings going, keep you on your toes, and you're always kind of guessing. Speaking of guessing, here comes the back throw back into the corner. He does have access to that interactable if he does obviously go for it. I wonder if Raw Nomad Dash can cancel Kapow. I don't think so. I think we would have seen that by now. In that scenario. Oh, missing the last part. Did the string a little too early here. Can he make this comeback? He fulfilled that crushing blow requirement, so he can hit that back that back throw. But that's okay. Joker coming off the wall. Here comes the kick. No problem at all, but we gotta realize that Cabal built that crushing blow requirement. That back throw can be a deciding factor in one of these following rounds.
Yeah, that closed out the round, but I still feel like you're feeling pretty good. That's going to be a crushing blow. You're feeling good that you have it loaded coming into this next round. Oh, go for the short hop kick. Wait a second. Haven't seen Cabal move that way in a long time. I did a full 360 roundhouse right there. Impressive.
Very, very agile. Whoa! Calling out that up 3 and walking back just enough for it to whiff. But you gotta be on point. You gotta be ready, almost preemptively swinging before that up 3 whiffs, because that is a very fast recovering move, or fast recovering wake up.
Great position now for Zoker, who's on the up, but a good intergalactic read from Law Corridor with the wake up down 2. Not too sure what he was looking for, other than a jump in that situation, or a throw. That crushing blow is still loaded. Wait a second now.
Yeah, you gotta go for the breakaway. You gotta get out of there, get out of dodge. He might be looking for some kind of throw. Either way, Lock Corridor connecting there with the stand 2-1. Such a good string for the Joker. I mean, we're talking about range, we're talking about speed, like his stand 2-1 and his forward 2-1, such good buttons for almost the same reason. I mean, you gotta diversify them just a little bit depending on what you're looking for, but in that scenario, the second hit of that string, like you said, Mr. Aquaman, it's just so good. It hits. It is. It hits things that it should not hit, and it works. How?
It does. Just works. I mean, it's a full corpse coming at you. But
it's hard. It's hard to.
This is almost a mirror. I feel like when they're at kind of sweep distance or right up in each other's faces with the mids that these characters have, they're at very similar ranges. Back 1 and forward 2. You've got forward 1. You've got forward 4. Forward 1 definitely being the way better of the mids, that's for sure. But look at Cabal's forward 2, almost the same exact thing as Joker's forward. So these characters are going to be a bruising up close, and they play from a pretty cool distance among each other, where you see them trying to exactly right there. I was about to touch on it. Both of them have done this. They've walked up into back 1 range, or for Joker, it's forward 2 range, which you just saw. They walk up into it, and they slightly walk back and do it again. And that has caught multiple whiff punishes. Watch Zoker do the same exact thing, but with back 1. He did it last game, and he went straight into Nomad Dash because they're believing that it's going to work.
Love the opportunity seized there by Law Corridor, getting that free chip damage thanks to that low amplified gunshot. And again, just throwing out that button 2-1, you hit confirm it into Kapow, no problem. And then he was just sitting there waiting for his bar to come back. He was waiting for that offensive bar so he can, put himself in a really, really good situation. Had Cabal blocked that, he would have just chipped him out, no problem. Air to air, down 2, anticipating possibly a breakaway, but I think that was really smart on the Zoker's end by opting not to do it. Doesn't decide to go for the crushing blow, which I believe he did have the option to there. Good block of the overhead, but didn't anticipate that cancel. Now he's getting thrown here. Back throw for days. Oh, the back 1. Really smart stuff. Making that down to whiff. Now we're getting tricky. He
might be hit confirming these. Now that I'm looking at it, that one locked back one was in a nomad dash was canceled.
Could be. I mean, there is an OS for certain things like that. It's a little tough to do. Oh, committing to the whole thing, that could have been disastrous for Zoker. But Lock Corridor just didn't get up in time, not able to see that punishing situation. Zoker looking great here. Cabal, of course. Throwing, yeah, I try to amplify, try to go right into it. Trying to get that crushing blow to just kind of stray hit.
Woo! Empty jump by Lock Corridor in the buttons. They have so many mind games around those. 2.
Oh, did not commit to the stand one string. Had he done that, would have been able to hit confirm no problem and some good damage. But you know what? Lock Corridor still in this game because of that. Getting checked there by that down one, giving him a check of his own here. Beautiful walk back to just make sure that it connect. And I love the recognition that he saw he hit him in an airborne state, so he knew he wouldn't be able to convert into a regular combo afterwards.
I'm shocked that he got away with the full 2-1 string there on Whiff when Zoker had Fatal Blow available. Just let rip. Yeah, at moments, was it that comes back to bite him? Oh, that's gonna be it. Down 2's guaranteed. And that was that single thing that I saw. I saw Lock Corridor with that 2-1-2 for so long out there, and Zoker just looked at it. And I don't know if he was looking to try to react to something else, but definitely a really tricky situation. Corridor is going to take this 3-1 though, advance grand finals on the winner's side.
He's so toxic. He's so toxic. I love it. Why does he have to do that? It's so over the top, and it's just
hey.
You don't look like you're amused at all. You're like, nope, I've been on the wrong end of this. I don't like this.
No, I'm just chilling right now. Here's the thing. The moment that you react to it, you play into his strategy of getting inside your head. So if you just don't even acknowledge, I'm just kidding. No, as a competitor, that's how you have to be. As a spectator and as a commentator, I sit back and go, bravo.
Nice job.
Bravo.
I just sit here and laugh like I'm a troll on Twitch. Like it's just too funny, man. Like it's doing the fatal blow after the finish him screen or finish her screen is it's just so demoralizing to have to sit there. Not only are you watching him for like 5 seconds
as possible.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. And you're watching the teabag for like 5-6 seconds, and then the very last second, fatal blow. Here you go. It's so bad. It's so toxic. I love it.
My favorite.
Oh man.
And I'm sorry about to say this. The best thing to do is to get a killing combo into a launcher that they already die, so you get a little bit more of a combo after they die, and then you combo that into fatal blow, and then you bring them back, and then you waste all the time, and then you fatality. If you truly want to waste as much of your opponent's time as possible, toss some mercy in there as well. If you just want,
I definitely see
make
it
them
there.
go through another 10 minutes of combat right there. I don't want to give away too many strats, but they exist.
Oh yeah, these are high level strats here, ladies and gentlemen. High level strats coming out of Mr. Aquaman. How to waste as much, mind games. How to waste as much time as possible. It's all so good.
My next Mortal Kombat book is going to be called Mind Games. All right, in Mortal Kombat, and I'm going to break everything down. I got you guys.
Okay. I can't wait. I'm sure that's going to be a top seller. Everyone looking for these
Chapter
top
1. Chapter 1. It all begins at the character select screen.
That's it. Are you going to have a chapter on Hidden Cursor?
Oh, absolutely. That's part of it. Because where's that character select screen?
Hidden Cursor. Definitely a staple here. So it looks like we're ready to go into our next match. Is this going to be loser semis? Yes, losers semis, and the winner of this is going to be guaranteed 3rd place. The loser here going to be going home with 4th place. Still a good amount of points, but you know, for these competitors, these really, really talented players, 4th place is definitely not good enough. In fact, I think for most of these players here in this top 8, anything shy of just winning is not good enough. This is a very competitive region in the world. A lot of good players reside here, and you know, I'm not surprised that we're seeing such good gameplay here. So it looks like BLJ trying the Gearus tech one more time here. Didn't see it as successful last time, went with the switch and able to pull off the win with a different character. But this time he's going up against Javier, the most insane Scorpion out there, able to just do raw fatal blows that work, lows into fatal blows that work. So Javier's on a tear today. Javier's on a complete tear right now.
Yeah, that was disgusting that he read the read, or as we call the counter read, to the reversal sand trap, which was beautiful. Saw, you know, did the teleport cancel on block and just knew that Gearus wants to reversal in the space that he thinks that you're going to be at, or the space that you're at. Quick recovery on it, and then even punished the attempt. That was really good to start us off here. And another beautiful grip guy with the back. But he is playing some Mortal Kombat today. Safe. Oh my god!
It somehow punished the down 2. The down 2 was recovering so long that Gears was able to just body splash from downtown. Mid command grabs, totally fair.
Another one.
Mid command grabs, totally fair. Totally fair situation here. I mean, forcing you to block. Trying to clip that low. Good blocking from Javier, blocking the low and then the overhead. And what a challenge here from VLJ, stopping all kinds of offense coming from that help cancel.
And that is death. But you guys gotta think about it. If he is wrong on that mid command grab read, which is 15% in the corner, if Scorpion reads that, you're getting hit for 30 and potentially more. So you always gotta have that you know, analysis of risk reward in that situation. And with a health deficit, it becomes even crazier. But as long as you get a health lead, oh yeah, baby, you're gonna be feeling it. And that's what BLJ was kind of feeling early on that last round. Javier, hold on to a health lead still here. And that's where you see it might be a little bit more hesitant.
Oh, that could have been disastrous. If he went with a faster button, I think he actually would have gotten him punished. Like if he went for 1-1 instead of, you know, the forward 2, which is a little bit slower but does hit his mid, he was right there. He was right next to him when he recovered.
Oh, there's the punish.
Oh,
which?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was loaded.
I wasn't even paying attention.
It was loaded, ready to go. Those missed crushing blow requirements fulfilled. What a conversion here from Javier. Not going to even waste enough time for him to get that breakaway into position. Didn't have the bars, you can see there. The defensive meter was 3/4 of the way up there. You need your full defensive meter in order to break away from any of those combos as soon as you take to the air. So that's going to be Javier. I don't know what this Gearus is. I don't know if this Gearus is up for this challenge. You know, it's tough. Javier looking incredible. I mean, able to overcome that Scorpion mirror, able to continue the onslaught here, and just doing the right call after right call. All these great scenarios, all working out for Javier. So if I was left in this bracket, I'd be very, very scared of the Scorpion coming for me. I mean, they're lucky that this isn't Combat League, and they're lucky that Wi-Fi is banned, because that just amplifies Scorpion's power. And, you know, considering that, like, that is so impressive for Javier to do what he's doing with this character.
Adjustments that are going to be made here. We see shifting sands. We see the sand simulator, and then we've got and then we've got the and then we've got the trap. So a little bit different. We'll see if the shifting sands even comes into play. It's something that Gearus is bringing, and I don't think we see an awful lot on the actual screen. We haven't seen a lot of tick throws either.
No, we're not seeing a lot of tick throws at all from Geras, and I guess it's just because, you know, the Scorpion,
he has a lot.
Again, the mobility. Yeah, it's the fact that, like, when he's jumping, he's not really jumping. He's not fully committing to something, and a teleport can come out of nowhere if you're trying to anticipate, like, an anti-air approach. Love the hit confirm into the low sand, only to switch the sides. Very smart stuff. But remember, you're fighting against Scorpion. Scorpion's always one teleport away from getting out of the corner. Super duper good. A very good option to have. There he is. Switched it up.
There it is.
I mean, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Absolutely nothing. That's why.
You watch him do it and go, okay, cool.
See ya. Oh, big punish here. I guess mid-command grabs are fair because they're going to whiff there when those tick throws don't go your way. Blocks the overhead. Good stuff. Good reaction.
Risked his life
fuzzy
12% right there. He risked his life for 12% and ate 30%.
Let's
you want to
calm
nerf
down.
that?
Let's calm down, Mr. Down player. All you Kotal players. I love your mid-command grabs. Okay.
Hey, I haven't seen.
Okay.
I haven't. Hey, also saying, have we seen a mid-command? Have we seen a mid-command grab win?
You know what? There's just 0 Kotals in EU. All right, everybody knows that. Everybody.
Oh, there are.
They're all in a.
They're actually really good too. Low key.
Okay. Maybe it'll turn into high key when they sign up by going to competition.com.
Exactly. You guys better too.
All right, gonna pop that sand clone. Gonna be really, really plus. And I guess in that scenario, Javier was looking for the command grab, but he's mixing it up just a little bit. 12 seconds on the clock. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They're just swinging. 6 frames, good games
right there. Hey, just putting that down one out. Beautiful. That looked like MKX
6 frames. You know what 6 frames, good games always reminds me of? When Raiden had when his stand 1 was a mid at the beginning of MKX. The forward one. Yes, the forward one.
Yeah. Oh.
Led into full combos. It was a mid, and it just was totally fair. That's 6 frames, good game. Right. But in this game, it's going to be Geras' down 1. It's just one of the, especially like pre-nerf Geras down 1. Like it was so difficult to deal with. I remember a lot of people saying like, "What do I do? He just keeps hitting down 1 over and over again." And you gotta down 1 him better. You gotta down 1 back better. That's
you have
all.
to block
I mean,
the down
just...
1 and then be really good on. you have to block the down 1 to start, and then you have to be really good at taking your turn with yours. And you have to really hope that they're not good at flawless blocking, because that could be a trap.
Do you see the raw command grab attempt just out the gate, and Javier just kind of calmingly walking out of the distance, walking out of that range? Oh, back 3.
Punished him?
I thought it was unblockable.
I hate to see it.
I thought it was unblockable. He blocked the second back 3. I mean, that's how. Oh, the shimmy going shoulder to shoulder, making the throw attempt, and just hitting him, clipping him there, max range with that mid.
That was gorgeous. That was just a gorgeous round from Javier from start to end. Starting off, again, I hate to say it, he did that command grab, health deficit, and it got away from him.
He just lost. He just died. Oh, big body splash, big boys.
I think he was looking for the command grab on start to take him to the corner, which is why he went to it right there. Because like I was saying earlier, this is a very hard character to kind of not again.
Why did that work? Why did
not
that work?
again.
Why did that work? Low got blocked. Low got blocked, and he canceled into spear anyway. Why did that work? That's insane.
I don't know.
Oh,
but it's
man,
working.
Keep it nice and simple. I'm lost. I'm lost.
Shook. I would be shook if I got hit by that. Oh my!
He just.
But
the fact that he just did it.
That may be one of those things that's almost unexplainable from an analytical or commentary standpoint. It's just him being in the moment and making like a gut read, right? We all have those with our characters where we're just like, you know what it's time for? That. And it just works.
Big brain, all right? That's all I gotta say.
Yeah,
it's big brain.
What's the big brain stuff? When you expand your consciousness and you start to resonate with the universe more, you realize that was not as savage of a read as you might think. That may have had some layers to it as to why he would do that and why it would work on block. Or there could be an option select there that we have no knowledge of. That I have no knowledge of. Either way, it's working and I'm loving it.
Big brain time. Let's see if he does it again. I'm gonna jump out of my chair if he does it again. It just does low into spear on block.
If it works.
If it works.
If it works again.
But that doesn't make sense. Like, why did it work? Okay, back throw here. Geras getting anti-aired for days here. Looks like Javier barely missed that down one conversion. Nice. I love the jump kick teleport. So beautiful, and you know, just the fact that it just takes me back. You know, it takes you back to the old MKs. Jump kick teleports were so deadly, so devastating here. A great way to kind of just tack on the damage. Walking back and forth, trying to feel himself, but here comes Geras swinging with 1-1-1. A nice little tick throw. Mid command grabs are very fair, guys. Remember that. Whoa, wake up 3, horizontal hitbox and making sure that connects. There's the unblockable back 3. Just kidding, you just got to block overhead, but it's so difficult to react to. Ooh, I guess he was looking for some kind of breakaway and didn't want to commit to the spear. So it's definitely a good call here from Geras. Flawless block up to Geras. Definitely has one of the best in the business. And look at that, the shimmy. Fishing out that down 2 and cashing in big time here is ELJ. Can he do this?
Arma, I hate to say this, but if he did 4-4 spear, would have worked right there because it takes away the gap. That's exactly why we're seeing it. That's exactly why
did that work? Why did that work?
Why did it work?
Why did that work? I don't understand.
Because he just got flawless block for doing the string.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh no. I think that he put the pad down. Oh,
big brain.
Big
brain. Yeah. The biggest brain.
It was the flawless block attempt, but even after he showed that he could flawless block it, Javier was just like, even though this is still a mind game, I'm gonna do it anyway. That's what's crazy. What's crazy to me is that in those situations, you are far better off. And follow me, chat. Just look at that match. If I just watched what he did, I would be like, I'm just gonna block. I'll block the string. It isn't, you know, I'll have a turn eventually. Maybe in that situation you shouldn't, you know, rely on flawless block because you aren't gonna, you know, it isn't gonna put you in the most detrimental position if you block spear and get a punish, or if you simply block the string or the stagger and either have a turn or potentially have a turn. So, wow. So
I mean,
wow.
you could say that you would do that, but you know, it's like trying to tell your instincts to just shut off. And like, in order to be consistent with like flawless block attempts, like you gotta just train your brain over and over again. But man, what a call out!
And that kind of stuff right there, it burns you for that grind where you make it muscle memory to flawless block stuff like that, and where you are just so, again, tunnel visioned on of just being able to pull it off to begin with that you forget about the actual mix up in that situation. And it's that tunnel vision effect, and I feel like that's what got to him was overthinking it in that situation.
Oh man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big brain. I'm heating up here. Tell us about the merch, Mr. Aquaman.
I'm also sweating just thinking about it, guys. We got a couple of matches left in this top 8. We've got losers finals, we've got grand finals coming up. But before we get there, we're gonna go to our break. And before we do that, I want to tell you guys about the merch store. Go check it out, Amazon.com/Mortal Kombat. Rep your realm and visit the Pro Competition store today. Browse the apparel featuring different regions, different characters. And there are more characters than you see on here, and there's more items than you see on here, not just in clothing itself, but also action figures are up there and other merchandise. Go check it out, Amazon.com/Mortal Kombat. And we will be right back, guys, with the conclusion of EU West. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with those final matches.
You can't hold me down. Yeah, how you like me now? You won't beat the hell of call. Looks like bling.
No way! No jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
PlayStation.
Hey guys, Ketchup and Mustard here, and it's time to test your might in the Mortal Kombat 11 Open Series. Ready to rumble? Power on your PlayStation and head to the Events app, filter by type, and select a convenient date and time. Boot up MK11 and locate the PS4 Tournaments menu option. Click it to visit a familiar place, the Console Events tab. Sign up and prepare to play. Once registered, you can view your tournament details and check-in time. A notification will remind you to tighten your black belt and get over here for your match. Continue combat in the open qualifiers to close in on the competition. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the tournaments.
PlayStation. Who are you?
I'm your worst nightmare.
Any ring I step into is mine. End of the line.
Then this fight is now personal.
It is exhausting being so perfect.
Welcome back, everybody. You are currently watching the home stretch of today's Pro Competition, our EU West qualifier for Intercontinental Combat. Well, my name's Ketchup, joined for the final time today by Mr. Aquaman. And we've got 2 more sets left to go. We have the losers finals, and then we have the finale, grand finals, and we'll find out who's going to be the winner of today, as Law Corridor currently sits in grand finals winner's side with Zoka versus MK Javier. Going head-to-head in losers finals. Probably going to be a battle of Cabal versus Scorpion to get a shot at the Joker.
I tell you what, this has been exciting, not just to see, Scorpion doing really well, seeing Javier doing really well. It's kind of everyone that's in this top 8. Looking at previous weeks here in West, we see a little bit of a change of the guard here as far as who's coming on the winner's side, who's coming on the loser's side, and who's making this top 8 at all. Here, and we're past the halfway point of the entire season, and we've got guys making their first big runs in these tournaments. And I can tell you from experience, and I know that you can tell me from experience, and then both of us can tell the chat watching from home from experience, that if you start doing well even halfway through a series, you have a really good shot at making the finale. All you need is a couple of good placements, and you can be in there. And so for all these guys, weeks like this are going to be huge down the road, and it's good to see so many new names making an appearance and making a big run like this. And that's got me excited.
Javier is one of those examples, someone who's been in the online space for a long time, but I haven't seen him in tons of tournaments. Zoka, a player that I didn't know much about until the kind of later stages of last year, but has made one hell of a splash with the Cabal. I think he's gone in with the same variation again here. It is low grab, dash cancel, and hook. And then we have the tried and true for Javier, that burning spear and teleport cancel. So as we go into this first matchup, hard to say who's got an advantage here. It's not a matchup I'm used to seeing. I think this is the first time I've seen these two go head-to-head, so let's just get the show on the road and see who wins. Oh, yeah.
Starting off with the goods, baby. The immediate check and hit confirmed by Zoker, and he's about 3/4 of the way into the next round. Zoker coming out swinging here. Some massive mids meeting there. Blade against Blade, and it's Scorpions winning that altercation. Got a good position here, threat to the corner. Press there. Unblockable overhead, and will we see the infamous, so as a forward 3 in the spear? Oof.
I mean, Javier's, he's shown all day long that he's not afraid to do that kind of next layer, or if you want to flawless block, he'll throw a spear at the end instead. It's such a huge risk, but if you get hit by it once, it can mean the round or the game or whatever the case may be. There's the block. Yo, he let the overhead rock. No cancel to be had. And that is a clean punish for Javier. No opportunities for Zoka to challenge, and that's a round 1 for Scorpion, but wow. Did he have meter? Yeah, he did. He had plenty of meter to cancel that.
Round 2.
Possible input error. Possible input error. Those OSs can definitely be tricky, or those cancels in general. You know, one little fat finger here or there, it costs you everything. Gets there, and he's been so good on those back ones in particular. On confirming them, on setting up beautiful whip punishes with it.
There's the confirm. Wow, wake up buttons coming out from MK Javier. He's really trying to challenge Zoka to say, I want you to challenge me on wake up. In this case, overhead coming out.
Do it.
Oh! Big damage. Oh, he drops the combo.
I like this. All right, he's back on the hunt here, and he whips. If he would have done the jump too, Ketchup, he may have caught him, but he went for the ever so T-Rex slim jump 1 and whipped in front of his face. Luckily, still able to survive the round, survive that encounter, put a round on the board.
He's already conditioned in this first game to worry about that low hook. 2 overheads connected in that round. Anti-air standing 1. We MK9 in here. Oh, I was half expecting another one right there.
I think that's exactly what he wanted to throw at him. That was beautiful. But I think that Zoker expected teleport because it's Scorpion, ladies and gentlemen.
Too slow.
And that is a mind game a Scorpion player can use against you. Jumping at you a lot and then going, you know what, I'm going to do these clearly anti-airable jumps and just wait for you to be wrong and then teleport you. Joker's working with a big lead right now, though. Oh, those cancels so crisp. And even though he's been doing those buzzsaws on block, which are still really good, he's been fishing for counter pokes with it, looking for those KBs.
Yeah, that fatal blow was spent in round 1, so Javier, he's not going to have that all-important resource for the kind of explosive comeback. Puts himself barely minus. I like that Zoka's not pressing there. That's a really common and popular flawless block bait. However, there's that 2-1-2 coming through. As Cabal, the fatal blow is ready. But will he have a chance to defend it? The dash and grab. Lovely tech, Zoka. Oh, he doesn't quite get the jump in. He was looking for it. Oh! What is going on here?
He almost shimmied him looking at the stand. What out?
Oh my god!
That was
He blocked the mix, Aquaman. He blocked it. Oh, we all got hit by that. Apart from Javier, I'm sure of it.
For sure. Wow, that was such a scramble. And it had started. It wasn't even like the scramble was just those final few seconds, you know, under 10 health, but that scramble had been going on since they were both what I feel like at 40% HP. Neither of them wanted to lose that, and you could tell that the tension was in the air with all the little execution errors, all those big decisions on the fly that are just, you know, go big or go home. And those are the matches that we love to see here in competitive Mortal Kombat.
Man, you know what, Aquaman? What I've noticed, this customization that Zoka goes with at the moment, the blue one, he normally doesn't take that cosmetic, right? And it might not be the reason, it probably isn't, but it's got me thinking. This Cabal that he's got here looks alarmingly similar to the Cabal that was revealed in the MK movie poster, wasn't it?
I was going to say something earlier. That
it looks a lot like movie Cabal, doesn't it? It does.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's people that are now, like, you know, inspired and they're going to kind of make some new customizations. I think it looks sick in the film. Like, that poster. God tier. Oh!
I already want his own spin-off. Do you get it? Do you get it? All right,
Oh
I'm
my
leaving.
God.
I'm leaving.
Yeah. Don't worry, stream. We've only got him for about, you know, an extra hour tops, and then we'll be done. Oh, there's that jump in.
Oh,
Blocks on the overheads are coming through again. Hang on a minute. The damage. Javier, God, he's playing fantastic today. And he is, in fact, a player that has been able to defeat Lord Corridor in the past. So definitely don't think if he makes it into Grand Finals here that this is Lord Corridor's tournament. Javier could totally go all the way right now. With the way he's playing so far, Zoka giving it his all, and Javier still somehow able to find it through. Good block on the overhead, though. Empty jump 1-1. Classic. You press. Eat the back one.
it was the slight delay into that back one as well that really opened him up. And like those short hops, those quick overheads, super effective. All right, Zoker getting a lot of stray hits, but no hit confirms. You have him back to back, and off the 4-2-2, that's the one you really hate to see. Oh, okay, he definitely made up for it right there. Going from a lack of one on a 4-2-2 to hit confirming a 4-4, that's just insanity. Baits him with the empty jump, really smart. Because every time he had done jump one in that exact moment, he got jump guarded for it. Big cash out. Oh no, this is life alert. What are you doing here?
Unbreakable into KB! How did he take that? How did Zoka take that? You know what's insane? Zoka press. He did the single hit cancel, which is normally plus as hell, and Javier's down one worked.
That's the only like plus one where if he does forward 4 again, you lose. If it's perfect, right? If the input's perfect, it can still be a little bit tricky, and it's so fast. You know, no pun again on it being Cabal, but one little mistake like that, I can't believe that he swung as well. Forward 4 cancel, forward 4. I expected forward 4 cancel, forward 4 cancel, 100%. Or now that he knows, moving forward, will he let one rock on block? Will he get to the savage levels? Or sorry, say the savage layers of Mortal Kombat.
I mean, we're about to, at this rate, we could see a 3-0 into Grand Finals, and then, we'll say 3-0. I don't believe it is quite 3-0. We'll quickly double check. I can't remember the scoreline already. I thought it was. I'm just really stupid, and it's getting late here in the UK. I'm a little bit fried, I suppose. But yes, Javier's turnaround here has been absolutely insane, and playing at a pace. Yeah, 2-0.
Oh, it is 2-0. See, I don't have an OS. It's actually early here, and I still don't know.
Well, what we do know right now is that he's already gone for a slightly different variation. We just saw the gas blast, close range. I do wonder what move he swapped it out with.
Oh no. Oh, that looked like it was close to the KB range.
16%.
No mercy. I think that he was betting on it being the KB range. He didn't amplify that. Oh, he gets a free one there. What? This, you know, Zoker, yeah, he's about to be down. He's about to be down a lot.
Yes, indeed.
Oh my goodness. But at least the crushing blow has gone off the 4-3-4, which makes that a little bit less of a mind game than Scorpion's pressure. I always like to say that worst case scenario, if the Scorpion comes off that in round number 1, you're actually in a okay spot for the rest of the match. Because he's got less of a stagger on the pressure. And now he's coming to life here in the corner.
Restands, always. That gas blast, back one single hit confirm again, and here we go. Big jump into even more restands and the pressure. This is a, ooh, I'm liking this variation. I think the move he definitely swapped there is that, the low grab, because it just doesn't, Javier's blocking on it has been absolutely phenomenal. You actually, I'm not used to seeing so many players or so many of those lows getting blocked, because he normally chews up everyone with that. Lets the dash rock on the confirm. Side switch as well. This variation change looking good for Zoka so far, Aquaman. The safety of the blast, the restand possibilities.
Yeah, the fact that he got him to the corner and was able to utilize it really well too. And it works, you know, 30 plus damage into a restand in the throw makes it a half-life, you know, sequence.
Ooh. Big jump in.
Oh yeah. Guaranteed.
Keep it guaranteed.
Oh man.
More challenges on those single hits.
Yeah, Javier's challenges on those cancels have been really impressive, and he's not going to get a whiff punish there. And the stagger to the 1-1 still gets the conversion. No break away from Zoker. He wakes up into the buttons, and that should go into fatal blow into death. And Zoker stays alive. It looked like he was down and out, but fought, scrapped his way back into this.
But it really can go to show that sometimes all it can take is changing one move to give your utility more than it had before. That low hook grab has been putting in the absolute rounds for Zoka all tournament long, but against Javier, it's done basically nothing. Every time he actually hits, he goes for a low, Javier has just tended to have the perfect read, the perfect call out, and he blocks it and punishes it. Because remember, the low as a conditioning tool is a risk because on hit, it does a tiny bit of damage, and on block, you're fully punishable, okay?
Yep.
So that risk reward is not in your favor, but you use it to make them fear the built-in overheads, which have more reward. But that's just not a game plan that is being allowed to work so far. So he's just changed the move out for something better. The safety and pushback and the restand potential of the gas blast. And now it's giving Zoka more, I think, ammunition than he needs.
Just to add on to that mind game too, you know. You know what? Never mind. Let's just jump right back into this. Let's get here into game number 4. And now, unlike last time, catch up. It is in fact 2-1 now.
Yeah, I was right all along. Just just in advance. Yeah.
We were just predicting the future moments ago. Here we go. First blood. Going to Zoka, trying to chase him down and ready for the cancel. And he's been so good about, you know, kind of swinging right there with the 1-1 looking for a confirm. One time he didn't, got a little bit of damage, but he gets a big pickup off the next hit. He's already got the corner. And Javier with the throw. I think he felt the pressure. Got a little ballsy right there. He was trying to stand too. Woo! I know what.
This is the thing about the way Cabal is being played here. Oh yeah. But the Cabal that we're seeing from Zoka still does really impressive damage without the air dash. I know the air dash's damage is like insanely high, some of the highest practical damage in the game, but it's always great to see that you don't need it. You know, it's not like the one move you absolutely have to take, because Cabal, the utility and everything else, the damage is still like at least 30% per touch, which is
at least 30.
Perfectly fine for MK11. Ooh.
Also, one thing to mention about this variation of Cabal, and one thing that I've seen in this round so much, is just how meter intensive it is. And that is one of the downsides to it, is that if you do one cancel, you are so susceptible to getting hit immediately. Just because of that, and he gets a big read there. Zoker is back to life, though. And he just makes this variation work for him. versus kind of the other way around, which is a beautiful thing to see, is a different take on a character like Cabal, and one from different that we're seeing, which is, you know, oh no! Back-to-back, beautiful reads by Zoker, gets to flawless block, and all those resources I told you about, all of that meter, he's just coming off of all of it as he gets it, I feel like. This is beautiful.
Now we go into cancel. The mid. Hang on a sec, counter hit. They turn it around. 2-1-2 into guaranteed spear buff. You see Scorpion players use a lot more 2-1-2-1 hit once they have Burning Spear. It just gives you a great way of activating it. Anti-Air's great. Oh, and that's going to be better than great. Here comes the damage. 31%, and he's still got a bar.
Gorgeous by Zoker. And in a mix-up situation, the forward throw going to put us in a Game 5 situation. He is fighting his way. He was 90% buried in the dirt. He's fighting his way out of his grave. One
he didn't even. I don't even think he used Gas Blast in that round, by the way.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I can't really recall him ever using it. This has just been adaptation, traditional way.
And it's been a lot of just core Cabal things, right? The naturally good staggers, the naturally safe strings, the naturally gapless presence that he has on the screen, and all you really hit with outside of that was just a little bit extra damage with the extension, right? And so that tells me that he's just a great Cabal player that isn't relying on, you know, something like that aerial gas to maneuver around the screen to play Cabal's game. He says having the extra utility in other places can still be super effective, and that is the case, and we're seeing it here.
It's the utilization of the dash cancel that makes Zoka such a beast right now. The dash cancel and what it can open up for Cabal. A character with all the mids you could ever want. And then the grab game that explodes once you take those plus frames. But this Game 5...
have mids, it's because they accidentally gave him the Cabal. All of them. Knockdown here. Overhead, no, the patience! And Javier not reacting right now. Usually if he does that slight walk back, he's staring all day as the opponent, and the one time he puts it out there, he doesn't believe. I think he's in his own head right now. He's lost 2 games straight. We might start to see the first sign of a crack in the armor for Javier here. Oh,
let's the teleport rock. I mean, some of this stuff is working, but it's showing that he's not quite as rock solid as he was earlier. Restand positions, plus frames. Oh, being able to get the restand into forward 4 plus frames, that is scary in the instant jump in. Doesn't overcommit, and he tries to wake up buttons. Chewed up by the forward 2. Zoka, hang on a second. Drops the combo. Oh dear. He loses the restand, the damage. Oh, but he punishes with a clean back 1, and just like that, Aquaman Zoka just about to reverse sweep into grand finals.
Will he be able to do it? This is a story I did not expect in the last 5 minutes, that's for sure. And we've even got the hit confirm of the forward 4. Not a lot of people can do that on this planet at a consistent basis and at a high level in Mortal Kombat. In a loser's final situation that you were down 2-0 in catch-up and
plus frames the setup. Right Animal using the plus frames off that jump in. He wasn't looking for a combo, folks. When you jump, you can't get it. He was looking for jump in plus frames into more pressure. And there's the overhead. Knows the challenge comes out. The cancel. Javier, this could be his last chance. Zoka bringing this all the way back. Johnny Cage getting hype in the background saying, come on, Cabal, you can do it. Right. Wait a minute. An opportunity.
A little bit of momentum killer. A little bit of time spent in the throw. Okay. Javier getting a big cash out. And now we're back to a scramble situation where any hit Fatal is going to do it. And he's going to stay alive. This is magic.
The plus frames into jump. The plus frames into jump, but the 1-1 clips him. Javier pressing buttons out of plus frames again. Just total disrespect.
Final round. Fight.
And that'll get you back in a match, that's for sure. And even starting off with teleport, no breakaway from Zoker. Speed to 233, stay alive, and wakes up with a beautiful instant.
That was clean.
Stupid good gameplay right now.
Right, as we go mid-screen, the meter's gone. He just goes for the meaty grab. That's going to bring us back to this mid-screen once again. Cancelling it for the fake-out, perhaps. And another grab! He only has a little bit of work left to go, and that fatal blow is not a possibility for Javier anymore. whiffs the forward 3. Can't quite land it. There's the instant jump. Can't pick it up. Probably expecting a breakaway, perhaps.
There's that backdash an awful lot here. Kind of more as the set's gone along. He's played less aggressive as it's gone along, and that's been the conditioning of Zoker. Be close. Off the amplification. 40 health remaining. Javier's made insane comebacks happen already. The throw didn't get punished for it.
Tech.
This time around, and the Tech Zoker is doing some crazy things right now. Looks buff. He wants the damage. And press there. Man, empty jumps, the mind games that they kept empty jumping and trying to do savage things. Empty jump down 2, empty jump 1-1, all of that not gonna matter. The reverse 3-0 is cemented. Catch up. Zoker has
the
done
plus
it.
frames, dude, that sequence at the end where it was forward 4 cancel, forward 4 cancel, it's plus, 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 chip, 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 and he creates that scary position at the end. And if I say so myself, Aquaman, a well-deserved and hard-earned reverse sweep. Just a capitalization there from Zoker, proving why he's one of the top players out there in EU right now. And I think even getting this grand finals is a healthy injection of pro competition points and an opportunity now for a run back revenge against Law Corridor. But that Cabal display, I've always said my favorite thing about Zoker is that he shows that Cabal is not. Cabal is more of a character than I think a lot of people give him credit for. You think of Cabal in MK11 Ultimate and you think air dash, and that's it. But there is so much more the character can offer different kinds of players that you can get success without using it. And Zoker does a perfectly fine job of demonstrating that. Phenomenal show.
Yeah, definitely not a one-trick pony, Cabal here at MK11. And it almost goes back to the Scorpion treatment where that tool, or sorry, that base toolkit that he has, right, with just his normals, with just his universal specials, is incredibly solid. It's an incredibly strong toolkit that the other stuff just complements really well. And so I hope to see some more variations out of Cabal as we progress here in the 2021 competitive all over the world, mind you. And I also want to give a quick shout out to Astro Gaming, the official audio partner of the Mortal Kombat 11 Pro competition. All of our audio here on commentary is provided by Astro for the entirety of the season, so shout outs to them. And go visit astrogaming.com to find out more information on all of their officially licensed PlayStation audio products available now. Go check them out. We've been using them all season long. Been loving it. You guys see these on the regular stream. We appreciate Astro for all they do for the FGC.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It seems for forever Astro have been in the fighting game space, it seems. And it's great to have them on board for the pro competition. Now here begins grand finals. Just a quick breakdown for those that don't know the double elimination format. Basically, this is that Law Corridor has yet to be sent to the losers bracket, so he has an extra tournament life. He hasn't used his tournament lifeline yet. Zoker has, obviously. So if Zoker wins this 3 out of 5, he'll reset the bracket and then have to win another one. Whereas if Law Corridor wins this 3 out of 5, that's it. Tournament's over. I know there's a lot of you that have watched these streams and you know that by now, but there's definitely new people out there that might be unfamiliar with double elim, so we squeeze it in. But I tell you what, we're going to start things off. Zoker versus Law Corridor. We'll get this show on the road as Law Corridor has a pretty decent start here.
Yeah, that winners finals side match, Law Corridor looked so crisp. It was domination for a lot of it.
Law Corridor's Joker is no, I was going to say no joke, that's generally no pun intended. It's just that his Joker is fantastic. It's underratedly good.
I'll give it to you. That's a pretty good one.
It was accidental. I wanted to say it just so happens that his character was called the Joker, and that's just the term. And by the way, bam, air-to-air 1-2-1. Give me that down 2 on the end. Now Law Corridor takes round 1 here in grand finals. Zoker, I mean, he's got a mountain to climb and then some, Aquaman.
Indeed, and without any defensive bar, this mountain's getting taller. For some reason, he's climbing it, but as he's climbing it, it's getting taller on him, which is just unfortunate. Health lead. Every single read right now by Law Corridor, shutting down any attempt that Zoker has made at moving forward. He hasn't been able to move forward at all, Ketchup. He's running into something. That's a good read from Law Corridor.
And there's something about that straight gunshot that the Joker has being pretty much like human-sized at the very top means that jumping over and jumping in on Joker's kind of difficult because you jump in and he hits you. Oh, God. What a game one that was.
like it was last time they played. It was the gunshot shutting it down, and the other thing, which is a thorn in everyone's side, is that 2-1. When he gets that 2-1 out, you're just like, man, how do I stop? Once it's active, once it started, you're like, oh, I gotta hold this, as well as something that you simply cannot jump at. And he has done the best job this tournament at shutting down Zoker almost completely.
Now,
which hasn't looked
the Cabal
at
is
all.
something that is struggling. If the Cabal is something that has a hard time, we have seen Zoker in the past actually have a pocket Liu Kang for certain matchups. Now, I've only seen it used against Cetrion, but if he's having a really hard time here against the Joker, there might be a chance that, like, if we go into a 2-0, he might actually change character. Now, I don't know if maybe he doesn't think that Joker is tricky enough, but I know that he has. My point is that he has a pocket character.
And after what could be 5 straight losses, and that's a big if, that could be time for a change just to try anything new, right? In that moment. But we aren't there yet. And he's been down 2-0 and made it work before. So, and those were also kind of more one-sided losses, those first couple matches, just last set.
A lot of the range being respected, but it will be a clean back one all the same into the full combo. Ah, hang on a minute. I hadn't noticed that. Zoka has, in fact, taken the air dash. Now, I don't disagree with this decision. We look at what he's been bringing forward with Cabal all tournament long, and all pro competition long, to be honest with you. But against the Joker, I think the air dash is going to be important, because you just need to be able to swing and hit as hard as he can. And the air dash lets you do that.
And you actually got to give him something extra to think about, especially on the aerial approach. Before, Law Corridor wasn't afraid of anything, and so you saw him challenging so many jump-ins, because at the end of the day, the worst thing you're going to need is a buzzsaw or something like that, you know, without that air gas. And now it's a little bit different right now, and you see Law Corridor having to block a little bit more on these jump-ins, and those little things are going to be a big difference maker, and they already are, because look at this. We got the round from Zoker, and utilizing a short hop kick that's so rarely seen, but it's swaggy. If you ever look at his short hop kick really closely, he turns and like clocks you in the jaw. It's pretty sexy.
With the mocap actors had a good time recording it, I imagine. Protest. Oh, I like that decision. You have to. That objective. Yo, was that a side switch combo?
And it was unbreakawayable because that instant jump normal is instant jump 1 that hit grounded.
That was sick. I've never seen that before.
It was,
of course, Zoka
like,
brings forward some stuff we didn't see. Wait a minute.
Wow. Okay.
You know what's mad, Aquaman, is that Zoka isn't known for using air dash, but he still has mad tech with it. That's how you know he's a master of Cabal.
Maybe he was going easy on you guys this whole time. Maybe he was like, I don't need this.
But that was sick.
Oh,
so let's see. There are two things that we hadn't seen.
Specialist.
There are two things there that we hadn't seen in that match. The first was the instant jump into side switching 3 to put you in the corner and still get a combo ender. And then after that, it was the stun into instant walk up jump 3 just to get the launch into another dash. Like, that stuff, none of that stuff is easy. It's really tricky to get consistent. But Zoka, God, he has a variation for every occasion.
Now it's Law Corridor who's going to have to make his first adjustment of this matchup. He's facing the guy that just came off of a classic of a victory in Losers Finals. And he's just been chilling, sitting watching.
Fight.
Reverse sweep, man pulling out the broom and saying it's dusty in here. Oh, there's a jump in another confirm. Break out the Law Corridor, but it creates that meaty situation with the grab is scary, as always. Cabal, I like how he short hops into the dash. That's so weird to challenge.
Good drop there. You can definitely tell that Law Corridor has a lot more on the mind, because when Cabal's at that screen, or at that distance that he's at, he has to think, and he has to hold something. Or be wary of that gas blast range, right? So that's the biggest difference I'm seeing catch up in this matchup so far. In what we saw in the first set, and then in game number 1 here.
Oh, he had the idea. He really wanted to chase down the wake-up roll with the KB. He just rolled in the direction. Oh, he wanted to punish that so bad. Speaking of which, though, he gets the back one anyway. Wait a second. Full corridor. He breaks.
Oh, no!
If he just did like a single button into it, if he did like standing 4 fatal blow, that was a mix-up for sure. Lower corridor broke at the right time.
Woo-wee!
Boom, boom. Oh! Oh!
That's a lot of damage. Almost 40%. I talked about when I played last time how similar these characters are in normals at like sweep distance. They have a very similar toolkit as far as their mids and the ranges of them, and you see them before there was the leap, before there was the gas blast. They were playing a much more grounded footsie game, and I really like this adjustment by Zoker to get out of that stubborn mentality and go for it here. That might be matchup specific, but also player specific. He's using it against Law Corridor perfectly so far to at least make a comeback start to happen and put a stop to what was 4 games straight, and now he's in this set, closing out the round in a fatal blow by any means necessary. We're all tied up once more.
Run.
Yeah, say talking about comebacks. Oh, no! Voka!
Oh my god,
What is the call here? I'm gonna go and consult the admin chat. Ooh! Ooh! Ooh!
While we consult the Elder Gods, let's just all sit here and feel the way Ketchup feels getting to miss out on what was about to be something insane for sure. That was final round. The big comeback was happening. But we'll see what actually happened in that King of the Hill as far as who dropped out, etc. Best case scenario, the entire hill exploded and we get the restart. But if it was just a single connection, we'll see what they.
The thing is, if it was a single connection DC, this is where it's like it's hard to say whether it's as simple as like just starting it off one final round, because crushing blows had been used, important utility had been used as well. Recreating that stuff is going to be really tricky, and I think that also just whatever the rules say, a player disconnect does historically mean a game is conceded, because it's the same as disconnecting from the match.
That is the case. It is going to be 2-1 Law Corridor, it looks like.
Yep. But that is just the way the rules are, folks.
Yep.
Law Corridor will be going up again because it was a single player disconnect. Unfortunate, it does happen occasionally in online tournaments, and there really isn't much that can be done about it. But the rules are the rules, and that rule tends to be pretty unanimous across many fighting games. Which now means that Zoka will have to go into this next game. I mean, he'll have to make sure he tries to relax, and hopefully it doesn't get to him too much, because he was playing super well. But it's just pure bad luck, really, that it happened.
It's something that unfortunately comes with the nature of our current time, where we have to play online.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that comes with playing online, is that there's a lot of connections that have to, connect to each other, and sometimes it doesn't work out. It's unfortunate.
As we go into what could be a final game. Law Corridor is now going to be here winner's side still. 1 game away from taking it. The frames already continue with a perfect read and the neutral jump. Ooh, he's going to get big damage in the corner for this. God, the Joker, he hits so hard. The kapow. Lovely answer for Zoka, though. Love it.
Woo! Pretty good into that, and he's still going to get some big old beefy damage right back. 30% right back at you, and he tried to wake up Muds. That got shut down real quick. Zoker, 2-tapping him here into a health deficit. Gotta shim him there with the walk back. He's been loving that.
Sit some respects, but it will be that back forward 4. Oh dear, hang on a second, that fatal blow is about to come back. And he gets the grab, that will not kill. Yes, he got escape failed. Well, at the time he didn't. Wonderful read, but no, can't get the neutral jump. the game-saving tech, but he gets tripped up anyway.
Oh no!
The down one. Oh, whoa!
I was scared that he only did the down one right there. I was frightened. They give him one more breath for Lock Order to try to put himself into a point, but he avoids it. Joker stays alive once more. Needless to say, that did not affect him whatsoever. That was a beautiful snipe.
Counter hit. Hang on a minute. That's a chance to bring it back, and Zoka holding on to that defensive bar. It's going to be important, I think. Avoiding the corner, or whatever the case may be, as we go into what could be a final round. The anti-air. Oh, the cleanest.
The meterless pickup. Watch this dome, even though he doesn't have the low equipped. Probably reading the stagger of the back one or back one into disc. Maybe holding down.
Screen is established. There's the anti-air.
Yeah, once you get Joker's
Watch out,
breathing.
fate will blow.
Nice forward dash. A Lock Order to get underneath him there, and now we've got another one. Catch up. Tournament point for Lock Order. This will be big for him.
Clean anti-air, but he's a bit too far away for the forward 4 pickup. Gets the jump in, but again, there's the confirm though. Forward 2 connects, and the breaker. The Law Corridor could be the only breaker he gets in this round, and hang on a minute! Eats a full jump in. This is where Zoka can potentially turn things around here. Keeps it nice and consistent. Again, the restand, what's it going to be? He tries to jump out. The wake up down one. Law Corridor is trying to squirm his way out of this. Ooh. Now, this is tournament point. The advantage is Zoka's man. 1 round, and we're going to go into a final game before the reset. Uh-oh.
Never say never with the amount of damage on the screen. One mix up. No, it's a big swing. Version.
Law Corridor was just pressing buttons right there.
Oh my goodness, that was insane. Lock Corridor, with the movement there at the end, almost set up a comeback when he did that slight dash cancel underneath Cabal again when he's gas blasted in, and almost could have had a situation where he could have forward 1 or 1-2-1 the other way and possibly got him in the recovery of that gas blast. But this is insanity that we're in a Game 5 situation once more.
And it's great that Zoka on the back of... Because the thing about those kind of disconnects that happen is that part of being a competitive player is knowing how to kind of roll with the punches, and in that situation, just put it past you, because that will upset anyone. That you've lost a game, and it's not really your fault. These things happen, but you can't let it get to you to the point where it throws you off your game next, and you lose straight away. We've seen that before, whether it's like if a player pauses mid-match, if their pad gets disconnected offline, or whatever the case may be. But it's great for Zoka to be able to display that absolute, I think, just dedication to sticking true to his game plan, I think, is a very long way of explaining that he's not bothered. Wasn't bothered by it. Oh, there we go. Almost spilled my cup of tea everywhere because I'm moving my hand.
That sounded so scary.
It's still on the table. Yo, dude, that was going to make a right mess if I spilled it.
I heard what sounded like porcelain. I was like, oh no.
Dude, it's my favorite mug. I would have been heartbroken if I broke it. I'm going to go and sit over here now. Keep the cup safe. Anyway. Either the final game of the tournament or the final game of the first half. Let's go.
Whoa! We have got some leaps of his own here, catch-up. He has decided to make a little bit of an adjustment. I'm going to get more mobile too.
Sorry, I've genuinely almost spilling my cup of tea everywhere made me totally miss what variation he equipped. But yes, this is a variation that Law Corridor has used multiple times. He tends to have Jumping Jester, Leap, and Low Gunshot. This was actually the first variation he ever equipped in Ultimate. Playing fire with fire in the form of the super jump. Oh, that's a counter hit, and Zoka.
He calls variation upgraded Joker on the streets.
Oh, there's the low.
Chip damage.
For the longest time, he didn't have a name for this variation. It was just a random mishmash of characters, to be honest. The slam and the amplify. Yo, this super jump Joker. This is a high octane matchup, and it's going to bring Law Corridor into tournament point again, letting him fight in the air, something he couldn't do before. Oh,
yeah,
air to air.
I love this adjustment. This might be one of the coolest adjustments I've ever seen in Mortal Kombat 11. Where you go from a grounded game that Law Corridor is beating Zoker at, and then Zoker goes aerial, wins the war, and then Law Corridor is like, you know what? I have this hidden in the arsenal as well. And after Zoker wins that next battle, he's like, trying to make an adjustment as he's trying to win the war now. Bringing the aerial arsenal himself.
More of the Bird Boy beatdowns. They're starting to add up. He's getting dangerously close to crushing blow territory. And now Zoka is in big trouble. That trade saves his skin because he could not afford to get hit by that. Oh, he loses in the air. And that's going to be Super Jump Joker, bringing Law Corridor into a pro competition victory. And now finish things off. No friendships here. Law Corridor almost never does it. And that is where we finish today's tournament.
Fatality.
Joker and Law Corridor both look like they're having a good time out here. Getting the victory. Getting the victory here. So many weeks.
I am really impressed.
Of work paid off.
Because we look at the characters here, and we've had a lovely amount of variety in today's bracket, not just in EU West, but EU East as well. We've seen so many different characters picked, and it's, I think, the diversity of the scene with their many styles at the very least. But Law Corridor, who's had, I think, quite the character arc since his debut in the scene, from kind of being a bit of an online troll, I think is a generous way of putting it, to a competitive player now who is definitely on the rise. And it's all through Joker. He played Upgraded and Joker kind of evenly back in the day. And I think the Ultimate gave him an opportunity to really discard playing Jackie and just never bother. And he can go Joker all the way because it's clearly his favorite character. And he's put in so much work that here he is. A pro competition victory and a wonderful amount of points.
That's going to be really big for him again on the season. One victory is close to projecting you almost into the finale alone. It's so much points there for first, and there is your bracket for the entire night, guys. Congratulations to Law Corridor on the victory. Zoker getting second, the reverse 5-0, putting us in a game 5 in the run back. I mean, got to give credit where credit's due for Zoker as well, putting in so much work with the ball, taking over utility early on, and you got Dizzy in this top 8. VLJ, yes! This was exciting, you know.
Leatherface.
For Asso, would have loved to have seen if he could make a run. And you betcha. If VLJ, if you don't think Leatherface, go back in time, Google that on YouTube, and you're in for some good stuff there. And I want to give a final shout out to the PS4 tournaments. The Mortal Kombat 11 Pro Competition is presented by PS4 tournaments. Go check out the Open Series, the weekly competition for all skill levels. Compete against your friends or rivals for unique rewards. You can visit the competition center, one destination that has Mortal Kombat content that gives you an inside look as to how top players think, play. They got tricks, tips, tutorials. A lot of them Catch Up here has done himself, so shout outs. And all you guys have to do is go to compete.playstation.com, sign up with your PSN, and boom, you are in there, baby. It's that simple. You can also go in game and hit this button right here.
Yes,
if you are in the game itself, you just press this, and it magically comes up. And I mean magic, because I don't know how it works.
Yeah, we do plenty of different content alongside the PS4 tournaments. There is the final round, for example, where Mustard and I have interviewed countless players at this point, and you can find all of it on the competition center. So if you have a favorite player, chances are we've actually probably interviewed them at some point in video form. And if you want to find out their backstory, their insight into the game, you can find it all there. And that is just one of many things you can find. Sorry, itchy nose, and I couldn't hold on long enough before we wrap things up. We're going to close things out right now, though, but I would like to express a massive thank you to every single one of you that watched, whether you've been here all day long doing the grind with us, or whether you've been here for 5 minutes. Cheers for spending your evening, afternoon, or morning with us. We appreciate it, especially with the way things are right now. You know, there's plenty of competitive Mortal Kombat, whether it's in PS4 tournaments, whether it's community tournaments for EU or North America. There's plenty of it you can find on the World Wide Web. My name is Ketchup, joined by Mr. Aquaman. Thank you so much to PS4 tournaments, to Astro, to my commentary partners, Aquaman, Darth Armor, the hardworking production team behind the scenes, and you lovely people for watching. We'll see you next time. Same place, same time. Much love. Take care and good night.
You can't hold me down.
jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
PlayStation.
Hey guys, Ketchup and Mustard here, and it's time to test your might in the Mortal Kombat 11 Open Series. Ready to rumble? Power on your PlayStation and head to the Events app, filter by type, and select a convenient date and time. Boot up MK11 and locate the PS4 Tournaments menu option. Click it to visit a familiar place, the Console Events tab. Sign up and prepare to play. Once registered, you can view your tournament details and check-in time. A notification will remind you to tighten your black belt and get over here for your match. Continue combat in the open qualifiers to close in on the competition. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the tournaments.
PlayStation. Who are you?
I'm your worst nightmare.
Any ring I step into is mine. End of the line.
Then this fight is now personal.
It is exhausting being so perfect.